really bad. Because you try and you try and experiment a little bit too much, or it's very different to the genre that we're in. So I write a lot of different styles too, but always come back to writing stuff for like I've taken a month off of, maybe 3 weeks off of writing anything for Seether right now, just because I was working for 3 straight months just on every single day working on Seether stuff, and I just needed to step back from it for a bit and kind of let my ears clear out and forget what the song sounded like, then go back as almost like a new listener again.
Sure.
And have a different take on it the next time. And if I come back and I still like it, then that's a positive sign, and I can then move to working on lyrics and melodies. And if I don't like it, is there anything I do like, then I keep that and try and change what I don't like. Or if I don't like it at all, I just there's no point in where you can't turn, the old make a silk purse out of a pig's ear. It's just not possible. Well, so you just know it's a bad song. You go, okay, that's going to go in this folder that's marked that somebody will never ever look into.
Right, into the delete me folder.
When I die, they'll never know what that album, that stuff is.
How do you guys work when, when one of those bad parts comes up? Like, how is the honesty factor? Like, I know you've been working on this, but
you can tell a lot of that when you hit play to something you wrote, and then everybody's listening, and then everybody's head stops bobbing. You're like, wait a minute, I'm gonna shorten that part. That part it's gone now, So it's just.
That bug is that bug legitimately has it out for you or I or something.
He's a big fan.
So, are you guys all in Nashville now, or Sean, is it just you in Nashville?
I'm in Nashville, and Dale's in Savannah now, and Johnny's in Oklahoma City, and Corey's in Atlanta. So we're pretty much closer than we used to be, because I used to be up in New Hampshire, and Dale used to be in LA, but. It's not like we get together and rehearse or anything. We'll when an album comes up, we'll
What's that mean?
but we'll get together for pre-production and run through this stuff for a couple of weeks. So by the time we get into the studio, we don't waste time with not fully knowing our parts and stuff, because studios are expensive and the budgets. The whole thing has become how great an album can we make for as little as possible money, because really that's the album sales are all but done. So touring and merch are what keep bands alive now. But having said that, you also have to take time off once you finished. We finished November 18th, and we were starting to play these kind of fly dates by April already. They didn't really give us much time off, you know what I'm saying? And it's fine, it's great, but I kind of also like the idea of stepping away completely for a year and not knowing nobody knows where we are, which we'll see if we can pull off or not. But as of right now, I think we're looking at recording something before the end of this year for sort of middle to, second to third quarter next year.
Well, we look forward to it. And again, I in all seriousness, we are a rock-leaning alternative station in the middle of America. We are right now experiencing, and I want to knock on wood, I don't see any wood around, but we are experiencing the highest ratings in the history of the radio station. And awesome. and Shinedown and guys like that are our absolute backbone. And so again, just from us, we would just like to say thank you, and we are absolutely thrilled to have you join us.
Well, thank you for being one of the few stations that still plays rock music, man. You know what I mean?
It's so crazy to me when I talk to record labels and I hear what other radio stations say, and when they talk about how songs legitimately with any kind of guitars whatsoever, stations will just nope and gone to the pile.
Well, the problem is I've noticed is it all trickled down from the television awards ceremonies and those shows, and as soon as they shunned rock, then a lot of stations followed suit. And it's not, you say, people will say, oh, rock is dead. And then you look at a festival like this where you've got tens of thousands of people. We just played one yesterday where there were tens of thousands of people. So there's no death of anything. Nope. It's being ignored. Like you've been put out in the cold and hopefully you'll die out there.
Hey! Oh my God. It's been a long week for you, huh?
Yeah, I've had enough, man.
You've had enough. Well, here we are.
Let's get it over with.
You made it. Oh,
dude,
come on.
You ever do that scream therapy? You ever do that? Or the breathing
go into
things?
a field and just scream?
No,
Hereditary?
No, I don't know what it is.
Or no, this Midsummer?
Yeah.
I know that there's like some sort of scream therapy or something, but I think you'd be perfect for it.
I would love it.
I didn't do that, but I did this this breathing thing out in LA. Like this breathing coach comes and like basically makes you get so oxygen high and hyped up that you feel like you're about to pass out, but you're also like floating. And then at the end you have to scream. And I will say it was pretty
I did
badass.
it. I've done a
You did
scream
that?
therapy. Yeah, well, it wasn't exactly that. I sat in a sweat lodge.
Oh yeah, I wasn't sweating.
It was a sweat lodge, and I screamed,
I'm not sure I want to
Nice.
sweat.
"Get me out of here!" That was what I was screaming.
Screaming.
It worked.
Screaming at the end of any of these ideas.
Or the
is,
other people
is very
screaming.
therapeutic.
Get him out of here.
Get him.
I was like, "Get me out of here," and they were like, "Get him out of here." He's ruined the experience.
Now you should try it. You should go to Float STL and do a float.
Just underwater and drown myself.
And then
yes.
no, that's all silence. And then when you walk out in the parking lot,
Yell.
Sweet
scream
silence.
therapy.
Okay. I just might.
Dude, it would be so awesome. I'll do it with you. It's
I got ladies, listeners hitting me up all the time wanting to go scream. So maybe I will organize. And you know what? I've been wanting to want to get a junker and I want to get a mallet and, $5 for 5 swings and let's
Have
raise
you ever
some
tried
money.
to do that?
I have.
we used to do it in high
It's
school.
not that great.
I did it at my college campus on exams
yeah.
week. They would bring it out and it was great.
Like $5 a swing.
No, $5 for 5 swings.
Trying to break a car up with a sledgehammer, unless you're hitting a window,
Yeah, I was
it's
gonna
not
say
great.
sans glass because they always take the glass out. 'Cause that's
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah,
Because
well,
usually that
that's fine.
sledgehammer just bounces off. Like, what are you doing? You denting a couple things?
You got to
Yeah,
know
we're
the weak
just
spots.
denting stuff.
Yeah, and what are you doing? Is it a 2007 Saturn, or is it like some Oldsmobile from the 70s? Because those, you can tear those up pretty
Make
good.
it worthwhile. Make it be like a nice car.
Camaro.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Go over to the
Yeah.
Range Rover dealership next door. It's better
$5
to
a
beg
swing.
forgiveness than ask permission.
$5 a swing.
Southern Illinois just came blazing out of you, Lern. He goes, make it a nice car. And I thought like a Porsche or Lamborghini, and you go, Camaro.
Red one.
A Camaro.
Love it.
Yeah, so we did a fundraiser a long time ago, and it was one of those $5 for whatever, how many swings.
Really? Oh, they're
Nobody
still doing
showed
it?
up?
Oh, yeah, no, some idiot took the sledgehammer and hit the tire,
Oh,
and it bounced back and like nearly shattered his shins.
yeah. Break,
Well,
break
that's
your
on him.
leg. Yeah, it's
Like
also.
I think he meant to hit like the rim, like the where the hubcap would be. It was an old clunker car.
Which also is why would you hit there?
I don't know.
This is Darwin. This is a
It was a dummy.
Darwin test.
And this
as
thing,
well.
this sledgehammer shot back, and this guy went down.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Anyway,
That's it. What, Rafe?
Careful.
maybe one day.
Just go to the rage room. You've been invited.
Dude, wait.
Yeah.
So, a friend of mine did that thing down in Brazil with 1,000
Ayahuasca?
No, with 1,000 drummers. They get all the drummers together. He was the leader of that. And
That's
like,
sweet.
oh yeah, and you get them all together, and everybody's playing the same thing. You should do that with a scream off. Get out at St. Louis Music Park or
Okay.
some outdoor venue, and it's Learn Scream Off, and everybody comes, and then you just organize screaming.
No, what you do is you go to
1,000
like
drummers.
Forest Park because you don't want to pay for a venue. You just want
Yeah, I
it to
just
be
want to
kind of
arrive.
organic.
I got a couple
we'll
of
meet,
locations.
we'll meet on Art Hill.
You don't want a PA system of some sort?
You don't need it. With all those people screaming.
Yeah, but it'd be dope.
Yeah. Oh, you need a megaphone. You need a megaphone and a peach basket which
Funny-
you can stand on top of.
You should say that.
Not a peach basket, apple crate.
I like your production.
I told Tim for my birthday this year, all I want is one of those megaphones that I can keep in my car.
Why?
Don't worry about that.
Why don't you put it on top of your car and do that?
To
Like,
yell at
That's
people
illegal.
at
Just-
ATMs.
oh, it
at
is?
4 a.m.
Yes, the neighborhood watch is now in full effect.
Putting you on the news.
I want the thing with the little, handheld thing that you talk into, hold up.
Blues
the big
Brothers?
ass- Yes.
Are you?
it's illegal to have the Blues Brothers thing where you have it on your car and you
I believe
just talk
so.
into it?
Yeah.
Are you your neighborhood busybody? Do you know everything that's going on?
No, that is Tim. That's actually my husband. He is neighborhood watch.
Yes, I
So
love
he
it.
knows everything that's going on.
He understands. Like last night, we're getting into bed, and he goes, "Man, across the street, they've been working on that house a lot. They've got here at 6 a.m." I go, "Okay," and like they were still working on it at like 8:30. I mean, he knows everything that's going on in that hood.
Oh, man, we need one of those guys. I used to have one in our old neighborhood. He stood on the corner and he knew when people were coming in, when they were leaving. If there was something,
Everybody's schedule, everything. If something was amiss,
if something was
it's good to
amiss,
have that.
you just go talk to him and just find out what the heck is going on. My buddy Dan was over yesterday. He lives right down the street, and every time we get together, that's all we talk about. I was like, "Hey, what's the latest over here? You ever figure out what the heck with
Yeah,
these
the
idiots
neighborhood
with the
gossip.
fireworks or blah blah blah?" We're all
Yeah, the
trying to
hot
figure
tea.
it out. But we need a Tim. We need a Tim Elwell
No, it's good. I appreciate when a neighborhood has that.
Yeah.
It's people, it's somebody needs to look after the neighborhood.
Absolutely. And we
I
look
don't
after
want-
everybody.
I don't want any riffraff. No riffraff. Nobody coming in here. Sullying things up.
That's right.
Gotta know.
I gotta know, man. We gotta know. Like, Rafe's crackhead neighbor, I think, is the neighborhood watch.
He's being watched by the neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
That's for sure.
Misinterpreted
The
that.
neighborhood watched.
I mean, I guess he is.
Yeah.
Whether he's the neighborhood watched. And he is patrolling always.
That's what I'm saying. He's always out and
I don't know
about.
what he's up to, but
To be honest, though, having his presence is probably good because, he's kind of like a guard. Because people see that and are probably like, man, I'm not sure I want to go in there.
yeah, he's like a feral cat more than anything. Just carrying lampshades. Like he's always got like random items. Or he'll be sweeping
Are
the
they
alley
his?
at 4 a.m.
Or
No,
are
I
they
think he's
the-
They are
just,
now.
He just acquires them.
usually dumpster diving, and
Oh,
he'll be
okay.
like, he'll just have like a lampshade and like an Aldi bag full of random items that he'll be hauling up to the house. I don't know what he's up to, man.
He's just
Maybe he's an
he's just
engineer, dude.
acquiring
Maybe he's
things.
building a spaceship. I don't know what he's doing.
Could be a spaceship. Could
Yeah, like
be,
the explorers. Him and two friends are in the
Could be.
backyard about to take off.
You don't
They're
know.
up. I got plenty of time to work on it because they don't sleep.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on in there. He could be building a spaceship.
Maybe.
Could be building a time machine.
Underground
knows?
layer.
Hey, and you know what the crazy thing is? And I heard this the other day, and this is something I kind of have always thought of the last 20 years, especially when I'm down. That guy's living better than some of the past kings, because he's got air conditioning.
Yeah.
He's got food
Oh, he's got a
readily
solid
available.
shelter.
That he doesn't have to kill or
He's not having to worry about hoarding invaders.
he's living better than a few billion people that have come across
absolutely.
this earth.
My neighborhood watches our catty corner neighbor, Corja. She used to work at the workhouse and keeps a loose revolver in her purse. No holster, just a loose gun. She's cool as hell, dude. She'll let me know. She'll text me and Tina and be like, he's out here again,
I got my eye on him.
roving around. You better not come in my yard.
Yeah.
I go, I don't-
my God.
He knows, too. He steers clear of her house. She must have showed him the gun.
I'm sure he's been warned.
She hears that sound
Probably.
of the revolver.
She keeps an eye on stuff, man.
He hears the sound of a revolver and Tic Tac box clicking on each other, and he
Yeah.
knows that she's coming.
Corja is the neighborhood watch. Tina's the narc.
What a cool name, Corja.
Corja.
Tina will narc so fast.
Tina is. I see her videos online.
She is a tattletale.
She's also like Tim. She's got one eye on you and
Busybody,
one eye on
huh?
everything else. Yeah, like on 4th of July, Tina posted, I think it was last 4th of July, and she was like, oh man, they're out here. They're out here. Like it was a fireworks
they?
display. Who knows? And
They are out here.
I thought, are we going to have to buckle
Who are
down?
they?
Like, what's up? And then it just happened to be like they were lighting fireworks in a park, like because it was 4th of July.
Well, maybe she didn't know what day it was.
Probably. Who knows, man? It's a real
That's all
mixed
right.
bag, too, because it's like she'll be, one eye on the neighborhood, but then I'll come home at night and back door's unlocked, side door's unlocked, front door's unlocked, she's asleep, and I'm just like, for as much as you care about the security of the neighborhood, the security of our home is not at the forefront of your mind. We have one little blind dog who's probably not going to do much if there's an intruder, but she keeps an eye on things.
Well, again, your crackhead neighbor may be building a time machine.
He might be, dude. Maybe he's going back and warn himself.
I don't know. There is a self-proclaimed time traveler from the year 2671.
Awesome.
And he is...
We make it that far, huh?
He is on TikTok.
Yeah.
And he's a guy that has 940,000 followers.
Wow.
That's low seeming. I mean, if he's...
He goes by the handle Radiant Time Traveler. And would you like to know what warnings he has for us this year?
I would.
Because obviously he's lived through them, or he's he knows the history
Mm-hmm.
of what's going on. So again, this guy is from the year 2671. He has shared several warnings about the worst natural disasters he claims will happen in 2025.
Okay.
And he also shared another video reminding everyone that he told everyone that TikTok was going to be banned. He predicted it. So he's got that going for him, which is nice.
Okay. We've known about that for a couple of years. Cool.
So, yes, the Radiant Time Traveler, he has created quite a stir on TikTok with his predictions. This despite the fact that many of his forecasted events have not happened as he said they would. Perhaps that's an indication of how tricky time travel could be. right?
Very tricky.
And maybe the paradoxes he has created with his revelations. I don't know. Or he just full of crap.
Can't be that. It's got to be one of the first two.
Well, here's what he says will happen.
Maybe that's the crackhead paradox could be.
In 2025. You ready? So put this on your calendar, March 30th. March 30th. A 1-mile asteroid will hit Central America, causing a 400-mile wide crater that will be named Goliath. Millions of people will be killed in the southern United States, along with Mexico, which will be uninhabitable for years to follow.
I have a question.
It's going to steal.
It's
the
happening
thunder
on
of your
March
birthday,
30th.
buddy.
This March 30th?
Yeah, this March 30th.
Okay, good. I want to just get this 40th birthday in, and then the world can go to crap.
Well, your birthday is the 29th?
28th.
Well, the party's 29th, right?
Yeah. It is.
Okay, so we're good.
I'm actually partying for 48 hours straight.
No, I believe you. I believe it. So good. So after we celebrate your 40th, a 1 mile wide asteroid will hit Central America. 400-mile wide crater will be named Goliath. So that's good.
This
At least
is
we
great.
get your birthday in.
This is going to be a great banger weekend, dude.
So March 30th, that'll happen. April 20th.
420, baby.
Oh, 420, bro. Hey, so March 30th is a Sunday, right?
Right.
Birthday.
Okay. April 20th. What day of the week is this? 420,
April
bro.
20th,
Who
420.
cares? It's high day, dude. Let's just smoke.
So we're already
It's Green Day,
Smoke
dude.
weed.
we're already dealing with the events of March 30th. Now we're still reeling.
Yeah.
Hey, 420 is Easter, bro. It's Sunday.
Easter Sunday.
He has risen.
Easter is on 420.
He
Oh man, he is smoking.
He-
risen.
Oh man, the
Indeed,
dispensaries are going to
man.
be going wild.
So on
Indeed,
420
man.
of this year, so again, we're still dealing with oh my God, an asteroid hit the Earth, the 400-mile crater.
Right.
Nobody can go to Mexico anymore. Millions of people have been killed. Many of the world's largest volcanoes will erupt.
Oh no. How am I supposed? All right.
Yep.
I don't like it. All the chocolate in our Easter baskets are going to melt, and we're not going to be able to get through our bags of weed very fast. So.
Yeah, we're
Great.
talking about the largest eruptions in known history.
What if he's right?
So he says many of the world's largest volcanoes will erupt due to the sky turning a bright pink color. For some reason, he says this will cause a lot of pressure in Yellowstone, Fuji, and Mauna Loa, resulting in the largest eruptions in known history. Okay? So that's on April 20th. From July 7th through the 13th. So we're already dealing with the asteroid. We got the volcanoes in April. In July 7th through the 13th, these will be the hottest days in the history of the United States. It will be known as, ready for this clever name, Heat Week.
Hell yeah. We're all in heat.
Heat Week.
So the entire United States,
Yeah.
all like
These, July 7th through the 13th, these will be the hottest days in the history of the United States. Known as Heat Week, the average temperature will be 114 degrees Fahrenheit.
Whoa.
Because of this severe heat, car tires will melt. Massive wildfires will proliferate. You'll also get a sunburn just from stepping outside into the light.
I don't like what the future holds.
whoa. So it's so hot, and the sun is more powerful. Is there something wrong with the atmosphere?
Well, we got the
pink.
volcanoes. You know, the volcanoes went off in April,
Okay.
Ooh, bad news for this guy.
which I would think would actually block the sun out and maybe cause.
Yeah. You saying math ain't mathin'?
Listen, I'm not a scientist. I don't know how this works.
I'm not a meteorologist, okay?
I don't know how this works, but I know we are dealing with a
I just want to know what I'm
giant
dealing with.
asteroid in March,
According to Firestone,
volcanoes in April.
tires won't melt. So,
Well,
At
this
a-
is
at
a.
100
I don't want to
114?
poke holes in this guy's story.
And Dobbs is having a tire deal right now for February, so
So let's stock up. So we got the volcanoes in April, we got the heat week in July, and then on September 21st, after dealing with all that, we're finally like, whew, finally September. Everything's seems to be in the rearview mirror.
Right.
Nothing's happened in a couple months. Then boom, September 21st, the first ever Category 6 hurricane.
we're gonna.
The first ever Cat 6.
Is that something that exists that hasn't happened yet, or is that something that we're gonna have to invent because we've never seen it yet?
Well, are there category 5s?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
There's 4s, there's 5s.
Similar
There's
to
never been
tornadoes.
There's never been a 6. This year, we're going to see our first category 6 hurricane.
Well, everybody can come to my house and I'll protect everybody.
Well, it's gonna hit the southeastern portion of the U.S., so heavily focused in Florida and Georgia. Wind speeds of 400 miles an hour. It's going to stretch over 1,500 miles wide, and it will be named Hurricane
Helena.
Chris. No.
Is it really?
No,
Gosh.
no. You wish.
We're down to the
Chris
M's
is back,
again or something,
back
aren't we?
again.
Is it M? Something with an M?
Give us the first letter.
No, because every year it resets. It starts with A.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh.
It goes back to A.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Which one is this one
When,
gonna be?
when this
Letter.
This
when
is
is this
September.
happening?
This would be a K.
Okay. Okay.
Karen.
This will be Hurricane Karen.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
come on.
Dude, Karen's Revenge. I love it.
A little too on the nose.
Hurricane Karen will come as a category 6.
Guys shouldn't have been talking about her all these years. She gonna get you.
It says
400 mile an hour winds.
despite Irma's unprecedented strength, the rumor that a Category 6 storm would be classified as a Category 6 storm is completely false. There are no Category 6 storms for a
Not
reason.
yet.
It would be pointless to make this distinction.
Yeah. That's like rapids. Class 5 rapids, I think, or 6, whatever the highest rapid is that you can go whitewater rafting on is like the same as Niagara Falls. Like they only go up so high.
Yeah, like gravity's not going to increase.
Well,
Right.
this guy, this guy's warning us. He's from 2671, and he's back here to let us know, hey, watch
Okay.
out. This is the Radiant Time Traveler, who's got his own TikTok account.
What's he look like?
Don't know.
I imagine he looks like Michael Hutchins from In Excess. Like the hair's all wild.
Really?
Kinda hot.
That's what you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Trying to think of what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Rachel says if
Let
an
me open up my
asteroid hits,
spyware real quick.
it'll kick up so much dust in the air that you'll feel cold, a cool down for months.
Because of the sun. being-
114 degrees in July, not gonna happen. Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you, Rachel.
Rachel DeGrasse Tyson. Check it in. All right, these are some of my Friday leftovers stories that I didn't get to this week. So remember we talked about this last week. Starbucks, they're trying to go for the hey, we're a cozy coffee shop now. Like hey, just like your local down the street coffee house. They're trying to get back to their roots. To that feeling where you go in, you sit in a big chair, and there's a fire going. Not the corporate, everything's metal, sharp corners place that Starbucks has become. In fact, Starbucks is a new CEO, and this is what his initiative is to transform Starbucks into your neighborhood coffee house again. So, what's one of the things they implemented?
They're bringing back the condiments bar.
Condiments bar, right?
Also the mugs.
So now you'll be able to get your own, sugar and cream and stuff like that. Yes, if you dine in, if you choose to stay, they'll give you a mug,
Reusable.
free refills. What else?
I feel like those were the big two. What
Nope,
was the
there's
last-
another real
they're-
big one.
They're doing something to combat all the people that are just hanging around in the riffraff, so to say.
Yeah, but what was the big thing they were going to do?
Are they bringing the couches back?
No, they're going to start to write names on cups again.
Oh, that's right.
that's so stupid. Nobody cares about that.
Well,
I don't know.
Like, haven't they just been doing? I feel like they still do that.
well,
No, it's a sticker.
No, now it's a sticker. The CEO says, the back to Starbucks strategy to humanize the company, reposition them as a coffee shop, not just a place to pick up mobile orders. And, he's instructed employees to not just write their names, but simple personalized messages on cups too.
Like, have a good day, Aladdin.
Hey, cutie.
Nope.
Riz.
That's nobody wants that.
No.
Starbucks
Oh,
has
Riz would love
instructed
that.
employees to write simple, personalized messages on cups, such as affirmations, well wishes, and hello again
Oh, hi.
for the regular customers.
Yeah.
So what are now? This is starting to happen now. The names are being written on the cups again. What are some of the complaints that the employees are are talking about? What's some of the drawbacks?
Can't read what they're writing.
Nope.
Oh.
Takes too much time.
Well, yes, that's one thing. Like, hey, you're killing us. We've already got 5,000 other things to do. Now we're writing affirmations on cups and little messages. And you ever see a Starbucks employee? I don't go to Starbucks a lot. I'll bring my daughter there. You know, she likes to get whatever some of these TikTok drinks
secret
are. I don't
menu
know,
stuff, yeah.
Where it's got 4,000 ingredients. Where I go, hey, instead of trying to explain what you want, just put it in your phone and just show, like in the notepad, and just show them.
I'm sure somebody would love that. Put a phone in your face.
No, they do appreciate it. Like, hey, instead of 15 pumps of this syrup and that syrup and this, here, this is what I want.
Here's the math.
Anyway, watching those Starbucks employees work behind the counter, it's fascinating.
Absolutely, it is. Baristas rule.
It's fascinating how well trained they are to make all those drinks and do it pretty efficiently.
Yeah, it's a science.
To me, I don't care if my name is written on the thing.
I don't
I just
either.
want my drink quick.
Yeah, I don't want it delicious.
I want it done right. And I want it quickly. And now you got these people writing names on, for what? For what? But here's the number one complaint, is that the employees are writing these messages now on the cups, and people are thinking that the baristas are hitting on them.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, if hey, cutie, like, no thanks.
Sup, Scott.
Yeah, my friend, another comedian, Ben Johnson, posted a picture the other day, and it was like, you're a shooting star. Ben, you're a shooting star with like a heart. And he goes, weird thing is I 100% asked them to write this, like that must have been like the rollout of it, because he was caught off guard by it. And he's like, is she trying to holler?
Honestly, they'll probably have to find some sort of middle ground where it's like, here's the 20 approved messages that you can use. Teach your employees, you can't use anything beyond this. You can't make variations. Here's the 20.
They have to write whatever name you give them.
Yes.
Oh, I know. They've been trying Aladdin since 2006.
I've been getting rave. I get rave in the airport all the time. I'm like, let's party.
Well, Starbucks has not given official guidance to employees about what not to write on cups, but some employees are taking steps to avoid any messages that could be seen as flirtatious, because guys are getting
boners.
Starbucks boners.
The stripper does not want to go home with you.
Some guys are so pathetic.
Neither does the barista.
This has to be a very, very small segment of.
It's enough where there's an article about this.
No, that's just because everybody has a voice, and one person catches a tweet or something, and they're like,
"Yeah, right.
This is a huge issue across the country," and then. I don't know, dude. If I was the barista, I would just. It
sounds pretty on brand. For us.
That's what I think too. Like, guys are pretty pathetic. One Starbucks store employee who spoke on a condition of under the condition of anonymity, because they're not authorized to speak publicly, is avoiding drawing hearts on cups. Quote: "With Valentine's Day coming up, I'm warning people to be careful with the hearts."
Just put a sign.
That's
right,
so sad.
There's always like a little glass corner right there on the pickup pickup counter.
Yeah.
There's a sign that says, "If you spill this on you and you burn yourself, it ain't our fault. If there's a message there, we are not hitting on you."
Right.
Like, just make a disclaimer.
Yeah, hearts do not equal
Anything.
They're just trying to be nice.
These are innocuous things that we have to write.
It is, Lern, you're right. It is sad. You know why it's sad? Because somebody finally gets attention.
I know.
Like, there's some kind of pathetic guy out there that just finally a girl gives him some kind of attention, and
Right.
it's then twisted.
And the other way too, man. Like male baristas, you got to put a governor on them too. If you got a hot female patron coming in, you don't want to write, and I want to get you pregnant with a heart on their sugar-free dolce cinnamon latte.
If I was going through Starbucks and some cute little 21-year-old wrote, "I want to get you pregnant," I would laugh and tip and find that hilarious. Me, I know
what about
not
this
a lot of
message?
women
You
would.
make my penis grow a latte.
I would love it. I have
You're in the minority.
I have the humor.
I do.
You do, but I believe you would be in the minority. I believe there would be a lawsuit.
Absolutely. I don't represent all women, but yeah.
Life is a sitcom, dude. Just laugh at all of it. It's all hysterical.
Yeah, well, guys are weird.
Guess what I stirred this with?
Oh God!
All right.
Oh my
All right,
God.
that's
Brian,
too far. I don't want
too
any
much.
Can I
man
go
juice
back
jokes.
and change my tip because I want to triple it?
Wow.
No, guys are weird. You know, guys don't know how to act around women.
Some guys do.
Some-
Don't throw everybody under there.
I'm making a sweeping generalization. Yes, but some guys will misconstrue the heart as, oh my God, she's in love with me. Look, she gave me
Got
her
hit on.
heart.
Or they bring the cup home and there's a heart on the cup, and the lady's like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
You know, there's all sorts of drama.
Oh.
You know, because there's some of that too.
It's going to be good for business. You know, maybe.
What?
Well, any of it. Any of the confusion. Maybe that's the point. Maybe they're like, we want some guys to be like, oh, I don't know, is she hitting on me? I don't know. Or is he hitting on me? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll go back for another coffee and see.
I'll tell you what, I go
Maybe
through
a kick pop.
Starbucks, and you know, I always got like furry jackets and crazy stuff that I wear. You know, and I get compliments through drive-through windows at Starbucks.
Yeah, dude.
Where it's girls, guys, like there's always they're like, oh, I love your
How's it
your
make-
eyes are pretty, like you know, or your
How's it
hair
make you
looks so
feel?
good. I love it. I'm
Okay.
like, that's so sweet. Thank you so
Well,
much.
you were telling a story in the office earlier
Oh yeah,
about
friend of mine.
which you deemed an inappropriate.
Yes. I'm going to go through great lengths to try and hide real details here because I don't want to out this person. Good friend of mine, told me a story yesterday that.
Now, Rafe, listen close to the details here.
So she was my friend is gorgeous. Okay. She's beautiful. She's in great shape. She's got every quality that a stereotypical male would like want in a woman. She's beautiful. Okay.
Okay.
She goes to the gym. She happened to go to the gym this day at a different time. And this guy who she had like one or two interactions with, you know.
Didn't know
personally, but he goes to the same gym and they've maybe said hi to each other or whatever. The guy walks up to her. And to preface the story, she had to have a kind of intensive surgery about a month ago. And she is working out, you know, she's trying to rehabilitate her body and stuff. This guy walks up to her again out of nowhere and says, "Hey, how your stitches doing?"
Whoa.
And she goes, "Excuse me?" Now, this isn't a surgery that you can see with her
Yeah.
typical workout
Nobody
gear.
knows. Nobody knows.
Nobody, yeah, you would not look
Unless
at her
you
and know
were
she
in
had
the
this
room.
surgery. Right.
He
Well,
creeped.
this guy was in the room. He goes, "Yeah, I was one of the people who actually was part of the medical team for you that day." And she was completely taken aback by this. So imagine, ladies, you're at the gym. You know, we've all had I've had colonoscopies, I've had surgeries before. You don't ever really meet the people besides your doctor who you know is in there, but usually that's very professional and that's a consensual understanding.
Yeah.
But you don't know these other people that are in the room, like the
Yeah,
assistants.
I've had a couple surgeries. I don't know. You know, I know my doctor. I don't know who else was in there.
Right. Yeah, same. Like, and so I'm like, oh my God. Like, how inappropriate is this?
Your first reaction is, oh my God, it's inappropriate. But
Absolutely.
but take a step back, though.
Okay.
Maybe he actually cares. Maybe he's genuine, like, hey, I see you at the gym. You were a patient that I worked on. Are your stitches okay?
I don't know, man.
It's weird.
I don't know.
Move. It's a weird move.
It's a weird
like, for
move
instance,
because
Was he hitting on her?
the majority of people aren't going to take that well.
Let me say this. My therapist, so the rule is if I see my therapist out, like if my therapist and I happen to be at the supermarket at the same time, I will have to interact first for her to interact with me. She will never come to me first and say, "Oh, Lauren, how are you doing?"
Right, but that's a
It's like a HIPAA.
the oath. Now, see, people misuse HIPAA all the time.
You don't think this is a HIPAA thing?
It is 1 bazillion% not
Yeah,
a
I think it's
HIPAA
about telling
violation.
somebody else.
I don't know.
A HIPAA
man.
violation is there's a couple levels to it. It's accessing somebody's records without
Sure.
permission, or broadcasting somebody's.
You're in public, though. I mean, if he's just like at a weight machine, just like, how are your stitches in front of people? I mean,
And
kind
well,
of.
it's
When
not-
I worked in surgery, we had training about this, and it was just basically I don't know that it was hospital policy. I don't know that it was legal or not, but you know, they're like, hey, if you see someone that we've performed surgery on out, or it's someone, you know, like, keep it to yourself.
Yeah,
pretty
and
much.
maybe
I remember-
unethical. I don't think it.
It's weird. I remember one time I went down to get a patient, and it was my old baseball coach. It was his wife, like it was his son's wife. So he played baseball in college. He was a younger guy, and dude, he was fixated on whether I was going to be in that room or not with his wife, to the point that I didn't think anything of it because I do it every day. But he was like, are you just taking her up there or what's? And I go, yeah. I'm like, I'm assisting with the surgery or whatever. And he's like, oh, you're going to be in there? Because I get, she's going to be naked.
Right.
And like he was it obviously bothered the hell out of him. And then I just said something to someone upstairs. I'm like, hey man, I don't know. I'm going to switch me.
I'm just thinking, like, I've had colonoscopies before. I know my butt doctor. He's fine. But the other people in the room, I don't know who they were. And they could have been listeners of Casey or whatever.
Could have been a dozen of them.
Could have been. I don't ever want to know. This is a blanketed statement to our audience and to everyone. You're in for the next colonoscopy that I have or anything else, like when I'm getting my tubes tied or whatever, do not tell me you were in there. You can see my bits, and that's great. Whatever, dude. But, like, don't tell me if you see me out.
Okay.
Tell me.
As far as HIPAA goes, I'm just looking up some of the only thing it could maybe be is in-person discussions about patients. Casual discussions about patients violate HIPAA when they aren't related to necessary treatment information and when they happen within earshot of employees that are not essential to that treatment. So depending on if he's yelling out,
right,
how are your stitches?
Yeah. But if it's just a personal conversation, there's no violation there, as far as this.
These unintentional HIPAA violations are example of gossip HIPAA violations. I think that's more of like me discussing your treatment with somebody else that has no relation to what your treatment would be.
It's just an odd thing.
It's a bad move.
It's just strange.
It's weird. It's creepy.
Overall, it's a bad move. You have a very, very small chance that this is going to work out in your favor. Personally, for me, I've like crossed the line and I don't care anymore. I don't care about anything. Listen, I am who I am. It is what it is. If you see me naked, if you put if you did a colonoscopy on me, it's all hysterical. You're gonna die too. None of this information is going very far. I don't care anymore. And everybody's saying I don't care about anything.
Everybody's saying I'm wrong, and you know what? If you guys know better than me, 100% HIPAA violation. He outed her surgery in public. Then okay,
I think it's a personal violation for sure.
Yeah.
I want to hear from medical staff because it has to be a
We
weird
have
thing.
medical staff weighing in the emails right now. They're saying healthcare worker cannot approach a patient first. This violates their protected health information.
Okay, so
there you go.
There you have it.
But also, I want to say this about the medical team because they are in rooms with a lot of unconscious people, and it has to be strange to see them walking around conscious. I get there's a weird point of view that we here in this room do not have that. We see our listeners out or we'll say hi to them and that's no big deal. Yeah. But what a compromised situation, and also has to be very odd to see a waked body grocery shopping and hey, we just cut his balls off.
Will you think he was firing on her?
I don't know, man. I got the vibe that it's impossible. Dude, she's so gorgeous.
He was looking for something to talk about.
I agree, and she's married and stuff. It's just
what
a
was
weird
her
thing.
reaction?
She was appalled. She was very uncomfortable, and I'm with her. I mean,
I don't blame her.
Valid 100%.
If somebody said that to me, I don't think I wouldn't mind.
Okay. I
honestly wouldn't care.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna.
But we're different. We've never lived in a woman's body. I have no idea what that violation would
What
feel
if it
like
was
on
another
that
woman
angle?
saying it to her?
It might be better because it's another woman. I mean, I don't know. It just feels strange because you're like, oh, you got to see everything that you wanted to see. If let's say he is firing on her. He's already seen everything, and that you feel kind of gross.
It's icky.
I will say, so I had.
And yes, I did say icky. I'm ashamed of that.
I saw the doctor that has probably seen me in the most compromising and awful.
Which you likes behind your ears.
It may as well have been, dude.
What is this?
This gal has seen me scream in agony and scream out prayers because of some of the situations that I was in, including prostate biopsy, cystoscopy, if you know what that is.
That's
Yikes.
up the pee hole.
Yeah, and a couple other things. And I saw her out in public and was like, "Hey!" And I know for a fact.
Hey, you've been in my wiener.
I was like, "Hey, dude, what's up?"
Going well.
No, I was excited to see her. And
pull down your pants and say, "Remember me?"
Check this out.
And this is a gal, but I noticed that even she was like you said, they have to be approached first. Even she was like making sure that I was fully comfortable and saying hello before she even said hi back and that kind of thing. And that was, I guess, the standard, the normal. But again, it took me right back to, man, remember last time I saw you, I was laying down and I was screaming?
What if he wasn't so specific?
What do you mean? Give me an example.
Because he's like, oh, how are the stitches healing?
Oh,
It's
that.
a pretty specific thing.
Yeah.
What if it's like, hey, how you feeling? I was at the hospital when you were there.
I was part of your medical team.
Oh, would that have been worse or better?
No, would it have been better? Would have been less.
I would have
less creepy.
maybe introduced it in a way where, hey, you know what? I just want to like clear the air here. I actually kind of know you. I was part of your medical team, and come at it maybe in a very low key
I don't
way.
think you say anything.
I don't know if that's even better.
nothing.
It's just, yeah.
If someone approached, especially if a woman approached me, it was like, I was part of your medical team, I would like the opportunity to explain that I understand it's very cold in the operating room, and it probably wasn't my best foot forward. Try not to judge me on that. Having worked in the OR, I could tell you, fellas, very few
Shrinkage
guys
is a real thing, and
very
you
few
should know
guys
Nobody's
brightest
presenting.
moment. No one's
Oh, yeah.
presenting great.
Yeah,
nobody's presenting well.
Nobody's going in there with full
Sometimes
confidence.
it's like trying to put a catheter in a thumb. You know what I mean? Like a
Oh,
thimble.
boy.
It's not
I
good.
don't listen. I
sure.
like to be fluffed up before I go in.
Exactly.
Dude,
So I want an opportunity to explain, like, hey, just, it's better than that. I was on my back. It was cold. I was worried. I was anxious.
I'm sure I was too, but then you just think, man, this gal has seen 1,000 of these things a day.
Yeah,
I'm
they don't
not,
care.
I'm not the best. I'm not the
They
worst.
do
I'm
not
not
care.
the prettiest. I'm not the ugliest. I will just fit into the middle and
I just want to
disappear into
confirm
the
every
memories.
guy's fear that's been to surgery that it's not your best showing. You're right.
Great. One more reason to worry going into surgery.
Oh yeah, it's
Just take that in there with you from now on, courtesy.
Okay, so
that
it
dude
says
is
here,
listening. I'm sure that dude is listening. So here's the advice. You blew it, dude. Keep your distance. You got no shot anyway.
Yeah, she's
Oh, you have less than a shot now. Now
Talking
you have
to a
restraining
patient
order.
outside of a hospital setting does not automatically violate HIPAA, but it depends heavily on the context and the information shared.
May I ask if your friend, did she chastise him for it?
No,
Or did she just, like, does he know that
This was
he
at the gym?
effed up? Was she like, that's really weird? Or
No,
did she just kind of...
I think she was so flabbergasted that she just handled herself and just got the hell out of there. You know, I think she just was like totally taken aback and
Should have thrown a weight at him.
yeah. I mean, she's good people, and it's it's unfortunate. It's like, oh my god,
Yeah,
like
it's a
just
bummer.
think
It's
it
creepy.
through, dude. Like, don't do this. And hopefully it's a learning experience. I mean, he's getting away with it, and she's not gonna. I mean, it doesn't seem like she's doing anything about it. So, like, do better. I don't know. It's just gross.
Yeah. And it maybe would have been different if it was a female talking to a female.
It could have been different, yeah. Like
Coming
if I
from a
see my
guy.
gynecologist out, I was, and ladies, this is your
Hey,
reminder
how's
to get
your
your,
badge?
this is your annual reminder to get your pap smears scheduled. I was doing that yesterday, and if I see my gynecologist out, I mean, and she's like, hey, how are you? Like, I mean, that's fine to me because we have a relationship. I'm awake
Yeah.
while she's down there.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. The fact that you're knocked out and you don't
Right.
know who's there.
Sure.
It's so weird, dude.
It is strange. And I mean, I had this conversation with you guys earlier in the year. I got a new primary care doc and I knew them socially. And I was like, is this a good thing or is this a bad thing? And you helped me, you walked me through the pros and cons.
Yeah. What did we say?
You were just like, well, you're probably, you need an appointment. You might get a little preferential, like, hey,
Yeah, I said
I
go
need
for
to
it.
get in to see you.
Can text
We're
him.
not like hang out all the time, social friends, but we definitely, we've been on the same bachelor parties together. Like we have friends in common, and
I don't like it.
I like it.
so
I
far
like it.
he's such a great doctor that it was the best decision I've ever
There's
made.
only potential pros here, man. What are the cons? In my 20s, if this exact scenario had happened in my 20s,
seeing them out socially, like she's talking about, like running into them at a party and being like, oh man,
I also don't want to like.
this guy knows about my hemorrhoids. Like who knows? I don't know.
Right.
You don't know
Yeah.
what's going to come down.
I like a separation.
How about a free visit over the cocktail
yeah, but I like a
weenies?
separation. Like
What do
if
you-
we're hanging, I don't want you thinking about what's going on with me.
They're not going to be thinking about that. They're
Yeah, they
professionals.
are.
No, they're not. They're thinking. They're doing
They
it
don't
80
care.
times. They did it 80 times yesterday with, different people. They don't care about
Yeah,
me.
they don't care.
Yeah, but there's something there has to be. I think
like-
about Howard Stern going to the doctor all the time, and his doctors have to be like, I'm Howard Stern's doctor. Like, there's a certain level.
I'm looking at Howard
With public
Stern's
people.
penis.
Well, no, it's like us going out and about, and I'm not working, but yet I'm in a situation where I'm thinking it could be a bit.
Okay, yeah, but there aren't 100
And
things
if
in
this
place.
guy sees me, I have some friends that are doctors,
Yeah.
and if my doctor is out seeing me, smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, and
Yeah.
I
thought you were off the bacon.
Yeah, and like,
Well, I'm trying.
and, I drank a whole bottle of whiskey.
Uh-huh.
I don't need this guy I don't need them thinking about my health.
Okay, so you're not getting hammered with your primary care.
I have gotten hammered with doctors before.
Yeah.
But not your doctor.
But not my doctor.
Right.
Dr. McGillicuddy.
Dr. Feelgood.
Man, I know what you're saying. And like I said, younger me, I think, would have been like kind of wrapped up in my insecurities and some other stuff. But at this point, you're going to die too. I don't care.
You just made.
Listen, I want to do a whole
bro.
8-ball by myself and not have my doctor looking over my shoulder.
That's true.
Give me the stink eye.
I know
You
you're
actually
saying.
made a
Come
good
on, man.
point.
How cool is your
because
doctor?
I do have people say that to me all the time when they know that you're a comedian. They'll be like, "Is this you gonna put me in your bit?
Right.
You gonna put me in your act?
And you know what my
You
response
can
always
use this
is?
if you want." So it's like
Are you
they
going to talk about me on the radio? I say, no, you have to be interesting.
they know that
Very good.
or they assume I'm
Sick
clocking
burn.
them, and I am. They're not wrong.
Yeah, I am too.
If something strikes me as funny, it's going and I'm
Right,
making
I
a mental
put my
note.
and I open up my little notepad in my phone.
Yeah, but there's no nation ethics, international ethics, and national laws and all that kind of stuff preventing you from doing so. Like
True
that,
that.
that's a totally different area.
We are
that they-
regulated by the Federal Communications Commission.
Give me a break. Are you comparing a radio guy with a doctor?
Oh,
Doctor of
yes,
Entertainment.
Of course. We're doing the same thing.
We're a medical team too. We're helping people with their mental health.
Yeah, we're helping people.
Listen, I have just enough trust in the institutions of the ethical layouts and everything of that where I just don't care. You seen my butt? You done weird things to my
that's what I
body?
said. If-
You know
if a
what?
doc-
You're opening it up for discussion because the next
What,
time
his
somebody,
butt?
next time you have something going on,
I don't want you telling the
Hey,
world.
I got a colonoscopy coming up in
whatever.
in March. That's right. I did schedule a colonoscopy.
applause. What day? I'm going to write it.
Enjoy,
Everybody
dude.
put it in their calendars.
That's the best nap I've had in the last decade.
I can't wait.
love it.
Oh, dude.
Can't wait. That's the only part I'm looking forward to.
Fresh, dude.
What day?
Yeah, what day?
Give me that gas.
Let's everybody get your calendars
Maybe I
out.
can
listening.
schedule with you.
No, you have to be here on
But-
the show.
Butt buddies.
March 6th.
March 6th.
All right.
So that means I'll be off the 6th, guys. I'm going to take off March 6th.
And you're coming back why don't you do it on a Friday? You're silly.
They weren't available.
Don't yell at me.
Everybody's trying to do Friday, dude. Get a better deal. It's like airline flight.
Also, I could come
Tuesdays.
back and talk about it on Friday.
Yeah, talk about what you're not going to know because you're out and your
Well,
butt's on
I'll start
display.
to prep on the 5th.
Hoo-wee. Oh, you
people
should go
fifth.
live on Facebook and just be running to the bathroom every 5 minutes.
Oh, it's Ash Wednesday, March 5th.
Ass Wednesday.
Ash Wednesday.
Come on. You scheduled that on purpose. For the bit.
Ass Wednesday, right?
What's the best and worst day to have colonoscopy? As far as doctors, you better ask if there's a birthday in the house. Before you put me under, I forgot to
Yeah, whose
ask.
birthday is it?
Is it your birthday?
Mistakes are made on surgeons' birthdays. There's surgery, though. There's just a tube up the tuchus. Hey, listen, I'm putting it out there right now. If any of the colonoscopy techs on my March 6th colonoscopy see me out and about, go ahead, let's chat about it.
Let's high five. Wash your
Good
hands.
to know.
Let's
Can't wait for this.
Wash your hands.
let's talk about it.
His hairy ass.
Yeah, yeah.
What if you get, who knows what people are going to say
We
about
found 3 meatballs up there. Fully undigested.
They look like they've been there for years. Yeah, how'd I do?
And a Lego.
I make any sounds? Talk in my sleep?
And I will be 100% transparent with everybody here. So yeah, I'm of the age where I got to get colonoscopies every, however, 5 years. What is it?
I don't know.
We know how important it is.
Clearly.
And I should have gotten it last year, and I
I'm
didn't.
overdue.
And when I went to the doctor goes, "Hey, why did you not do this?" I said, "Well, I just never got around to it." So I this was 2 weeks ago. I went, "Okay, I'm just going to schedule this thing," and I called up the Mercy Hospital,
The
GI
scheduling department?
scheduling
Yeah,
place. And they're like, your hold time will be, 10 minutes. And I went, I'm going to hang up.
Do I have time for this?
I almost hung up.
You silly goose. They probably answered in 6 minutes. You were off the phone in less than 10.
Proud of you. It only took a year.
It's going to be tight, dude.
It was like, we're experiencing heavy volume. And I went,
Yeah.
I am too. That's the problem. I'm going to get it checked out.
I'm ducking my doctor right now on the healthcare app
Why?
because he's so thorough. My old doctor didn't care at all. Like he could tell me something, or he wouldn't tell me anything. He'd just be like, "What do you want?" But my new doctor's so good. He's like, "Hey, did you follow up?" And I'm just like, "Damn, this guy's on
That's
me.
amazing.
This guy's clocking me.
See? All
He's like, I
positives.
sent the referral to. Okay, it's not Mercy. It's one of the other ones, but
BJC.
BJC. And he's just like, did you follow BJC? They said they tried to call you. And I'm like, oh, man, this guy's all over me. He wants something up my butt so bad.
Need to do
Who
it.
cares?
He does care.
I'm going to have Female Week, guys, April 7th.
Oh, I
and
can't
8th.
wait.
We will be getting our first, these fun bags are getting their first mammogram. I'm
Squeeze.
excited to know what's up
great.
and terrified at the same time. And then the next day will be the gynecological pap smear, which is a well women visit. And it's awful because they open you up and they
And Lern will
swab
be
you.
going live.
And you know what? I should go live.
You will be live on Facebook.
Don't forget to do it, ladies.
Facebook Live. Hey, speaking of going to the doctor, getting hurt, maybe having to pay the ER visit unexpectedly. What's the weirdest way you've been hurt? What's the weirdest, most absurd way you have gotten hurt in your life?
It's a young memory, but this is kind of, I'm sure you guys did this too, but this was one of the weirdest. Recess, 4th grade, Denning Elementary, West Frankfort, Illinois, on the swings, pumping up high, really going for it, really up there, okay?
Trying to go over the bar.
Trying to go over the bar, swinging up,
Get a little
4'11".
slack in the chain at the top.
No, holding on to and it is a chain,
Oh, yeah.
Recess bell rings, we got to get in line to go back into school. I decide to jump out. The webs of my thumbs get caught in the chain of the swings, and I rip my little thummies. And I was
Ew.
bleeding. I'm like walking into school like with blood all over my
man.
hands.
You degloved the thumb?
Oh.
It was pretty. It was like webbing, pretty rough, pretty disgusting.
I mean, I pulled a muscle while yawning, like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's an absurd way of getting hurt. I mean, it's not an ER visit. But
I've
did you have to go to the
woken up,
doctor?
I had to go to the nurse's office. Yeah.
That's legit.
I sneezed and I separated a rib.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
And
Whoa.
it was devastating for days. And it was so embarrassing too, because every cough, everything, you're in so much pain. Ribs are the dumbest, and you're in so much pain, and you're so embarrassed that it happened from some wicked sneeze, man.
Wow.
I've been in fights. I've done this. I've done that. I'm backflipping every night over here, and I hurt myself sneezing. Just you feel like an idiot.
I slipped on a wet floor while putting up a wet floor sign.
At home or
When I-
working?
yeah, working.
Dude.
Wow.
I mean, I've tripped over my own pet before. I did that the other day.
Yeah, I do that all the time. Willow's so quiet.
And I was laying in the middle of the living room, and after a loud crash, these 200 pounds just hitting the floor. Nobody came to help me. Nobody.
Just a normal Wednesday.
I went, ow. Nobody cared. That's my house. One of the dogs came over and licked my face. I said, thank you, cat. You're the best.
She was just getting a head start on eating you.
Well, I tripped over a new dog, hit the ground.
Salty.
Cat, the dog, came over and started licking my face. And I went, oh, this is the only creature that cares about me in this house. Nice. Here's a story about a woman getting hurt in a weird kind of way. So last spring, and I know the Cardinals do this bark at the park thing.
Yeah, or you can bring your
You can bring your
animals.
dogs. You can bring your dogs to Bush.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is
To fertilize center field?
Mm-hmm.
no, you could bring your dog to the park and to the ballpark and I don't know, hang out and
Share
watch
a
a
hot
ball
dog.
game. I don't know.
Watch a ball game. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So it's not something off season like on the field or something?
No, it's during the season.
Really? You bring your dog and they get a seat?
Yep.
Whoa. How did I not know that?
And I think this is like something a lot of teams do. So last spring, a woman named Luann Hahn went to a Miami Marlins baseball game. That day they were playing the Braves. That day the Marlins happened to be hosting their Bark in the Park promotion that invites dog-loving Marlins fans to bring their furry friends to Lone Depot Park to enjoy America's favorite pastime. But for Luann, Bark in the Park turned into Slip in the Park.
Uh-oh. Doo-doo.
No. Well, close. Luann was walking around that day, and she slipped in dog pee and hurt herself. Yep. She didn't realize that the event could also entail some unwelcome encounters with dog pee and is now blaming the team for it. She will be suing. Well, she is suing. She's suing the Marlins. She's suing whoever owns the stadium. She's suing the city of Miami. The lawsuit reads, the existence of the liquid on the floor created an unreasonable, dangerous, and unsafe condition. Her lawsuit, which the Miami Marlins have not commented on, contends that she slipped in an area where dogs are prohibited.
Or they're prohibited. Okay, so that's the difference.
So she slipped on dog pee and fell and hurt herself. And I guess she is, it's the pain and suffering, it's the disability, it's the disfigurement, it's the mental anguish, loss of the capacity for enjoyment of life.
And the stain that won't come out.
Expenses of hospitalization, medical and nursing care and treatment, loss of earnings, loss of the ability to earn money in the future, aggravation of a previously existing condition. Sounds like a lot for just a little slip and fall. And she didn't fall down any stairs or anything. She just fell, but yeah.
At a place where there could have been puddles for other reasons.
For anything. Yeah.
But
and by the way, it's worth noting that when you buy a ticket for a sporting event, it's got a assumption of risk related to personal injury and or property damage. So let's say you're at a ball game and you get hit in the face with a foul ball.
yeah, don't they have like 50 pages of CYA stuff that
It's on the ticket.
I was going to say I've essentially signed up for by walking past some sign or something.
Holder recognizes that attendance of holder and minor at the event is voluntary and may result in personal injury, including death and or property damage, and agrees to stay alert and remain aware of his or her surroundings and surrounding of minors. The ticket's terms and conditions read. So they're saying this woman doesn't have, but the woman's saying dog pee is not
part of the.
It's not part of
assumed
this
risk.
But so that
Whatever.
woman got hurt slipping on dog pee at a bark in the park. This woman here, she got her nose ring caught in an office chair.
Oh, that sucks. What is she doing down there?
Stop it.
What's going on down there?
Stop it.
I mean, damn.
That takes me back. I had I had these big old hoops. I had stretched my ear holes, and I had hoops like I know Riz, you used to wear these big barbell hoops, and I was camping, and the gal that was next to me had her hand down like this, right by my head.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that, and I went to sit up real fast, and the earring was caught in a bracelet or something. And dude, I felt this crunch and tear. My earlobe just went, and I still feel like my ear is ripping off my head
I
right now.
hate that.
You said you were camping. I was hoping like a family of, raccoons built a nest while you were sleeping in
This
your
is
gauge.
music festival.
No, I didn't know. When you used to have the hoop earrings, you throw a blanket over yourself, and then you kind of sometimes will get the earring caught in the blanket. I've had that happen.
Caught in a blanket.
It's like a cable knit blanket. I don't know.
Oh, I know. I see what you're saying. No, I never had that, but they would get caught on a couple things, and if you didn't realize it and you jerked, it would. Oh, it crunched. Ugh.
Well, a woman in Indonesia is going viral after she got her nose ring stuck in the back of an office chair. She was joking around sticking her nose in the holes in the back when the piercing got caught on the mesh.
Why would you do anything with your nose if you had a
Nobody could free her, so they had to call for help. The woman and the attached chair were taken in the back of a van to the local fire department.
Something about
there's a
Mary's
video.
situation.
Dude.
And there's a video of it.
No way.
Wow.
There's video of the entire rescue mission. And they had to put her with the chair into the back of a car.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Come on.
You see it though?
I'm watching it now.
I mean,
That's an embarrassing.
Well, the chair looks like a sweater. I mean, it's like a plastic sweater.
like why would you put your face in it?
I know.
It was like a camping chair?
No, it's got like that cutesy weave
Oh, man.
thing in the back.
Oh, yeah. That's a straight up. That's an ergonomic.
Oh.
That's what my desk chair looks like at home, kind of.
Makes
Look
my
at
eyes
her, dude.
water.
She's coming out with a face on her, a chair on her face.
The chair's on her face. They're going to put her in the back of a van.
To sit like a cool substitute
she's-
teacher
yeah,
all
she's-
the way to the hospital.
AC, we call that AC Slater in.
Just
She's
AC
Slater in the chair.
Oh, my gosh. That's so. They could have cut that chair, by the way.
Yo, look at their
Could have taken
look at
a
their
pair of scissors
uniforms.
and just cut the little chunk out.
Yeah, this is in Indonesia.
They don't have scissors there.
They don't. Yeah, they don't
Only
have
have one chair.
They have one chair and no
What
scissors.
the heck? This is this a
They
bit?
brought a chainsaw out?
No, they were joking around with her.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they really did. They had to take
That's
pliers
funny.
and like
I love
snip
that.
off.
They were
the-
joking around with her, saying that he used the chainsaw.
Dang.
Again, if you got jewelry, wherever you have jewelry, just don't fool with that spot. You got jewelry in your nose, don't fool with your nose. You got jewelry in your ears, don't fool with your ears.
Here she is.
embarrassing moment.
Well, here she is screaming in pain,
Oh, Lord.
and the emergency worker singing "Happy Birthday" in English when they were able to cut her free because it may have been her birthday. Yep, there you go, and you're
Damn.
free.
Oh man.
Those are embarrassing ones, man. I mean, testicular torsion was probably my most embarrassing. Like, there's nothing you can do. I had a twisted nut. From a football injury, and then but you have to go to school with like a nut sling on. That's not fun, you know. I made the best of it.
You got to
I
leave.
had
You
a
gotta,
swing set accident too. My friend Casey put, remember the old swing set you'd buy at Walmart?
by the way, if you have a nut accident, you got to lean into it.
You have to.
You have to.
You gotta.
You got to get all the jokes.
Yeah, you don't
out
want to look
before-
like a wuss.
No.
I broke my collarbone because a girl, one of my childhood friends, lifelong friends. She's great, but she was a psycho when we were kids. And remember the teeter-totters that would be on like the Walmart swing sets you'd get and put in the backyard that were made out of like aluminum pipes?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd fall over all the
Little-
time.
Yeah, little A-frames. Had one foot on that, and she dared me to climb up on the A-frame. So I had one foot on the A-frame, one foot on the little teeter-totter, the swing, and then she just pushed the teeter-totter. So my foot went out I was gone. Broke my collar, and then she denied it like a little psychopath, like a little serial killer.
Yeah. And there was a list of people that got hurt in weird ways. A woman was singing "Part of Your World" from The Little Mermaid. I'm sure you know that song.
Oh, yeah.
I do. I know that well.
She was doing it at karaoke, got way into it and tore her ACL.
What? Oh, there's nothing worse than a stage injury.
A guy waxed his floor, tried to do the Tom Cruise slide from Risky Business, but didn't stop and busted his lip on a door frame.
Happens to the best of us.
Someone tried to ice skate for the first time, immediately tried to jump and broke their tailbone.
Oof.
A woman dislocated her knee trying to kick a balloon. Somebody stood on a beach ball and fell into a coffee table. Somebody tried to walk down a set of stairs with roller skates and needed 10 stitches in their knee. Someone was riding their bike, got distracted when they saw a cute puppy crash into a mailbox.
Happens to me.
Sliced my finger open on a disco ball. Injured my knee playing foosball.
Why did you touch the disco ball?
Yeah, never touch the
That's
disco
what you
ball.
get. Yeah. That's
That's
no
the
touchy.
party, dude.
No touchy.
Somebody got whiplash from a sneeze. Somebody got a cramp in their hand while scrolling through social media. You ever choke on air? That happens.
I've choked on water because there's video of it. Like you just taking a drink and I don't know what the heck, but like did it on the mic right before I was about to sing a song, and then you can't breathe. I mean, you can't do anything. You can't breathe. Can't talk. There's like water in every pipe that you have, pipes you didn't know you had.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're drowning, and I'm up there going, oh, give me a second.
Did an outdoor show post-COVID and like sucked a bug down my throat.
Nice.
Mid-joke. And there's no way to look cool
No, you just go-
trying to undo that business.
Just give me a second.
Nice.
I choke. Anybody ever choke on water?
Oh, one more thing before we move on. And I love this kid, and I want to play this little clip here. This is from a news story, local news report out of Southern Oregon. And this little kid is my spirit animal. I guess storms in Oregon, Southern Oregon, caused some power outages this week. So a local TV reporter was talking to some kids about it live. That's right. This is your, Fox 2 News or, your KSDKs or your KMOVs. So this is a reporter talking to a kid. They're saying maybe he's, I don't know how old he is, 10 or 11 years old. And just so, like it was nothing, just dropped a hard F-bomb. Just like it was, like he says it all the time. Here he is.
When me and my sister were playing cars, all we heard was like a big boom, and then we just were shook, and we didn't know what happened, so we went outside, and we were like, oh, there's a fire. And then I went to go grab my dad's fire extinguisher and gave it to him. Someone called the cops. cops and the fire department, and that's all I heard.
Yeah, I love him.
I've said this before, and people jump all over me, but I think it's so kind of cute when kids cuss.
I love
like, especially when they're itty bitty and they don't even know what they're saying. It is so sweet and cute. Like I just love it, and it makes me like that's what my kids would sound like probably, which is probably why I don't have kids.
Two other kids were in the shot. A boy immediately looks at the reporter when the word gets dropped, and a young girl gives a huge smile. And the reporter's unfazed, doesn't seem to, just moving on.
He says it so normally.
Right, he just says it so normally. I love it. One more time.
When me and my sister were playing cars, all we heard was like a big boom, and then we just were shook, and we didn't know what happened, so we went outside, and we were like, oh, there's a fire. And then I went to go grab my dad's fire extinguisher and gave it to him. Someone called the cops and the fire department, and that's all I heard.
Love him.
There's a fire. Dude, hypocritical or not, I will say, other people's kids cursing, it is funny. It's entertainment for me.
Yeah. When
my kids curse, or if they do, because it's happened and I've seen it, and they don't know that, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know what that is, but when it's your own kids, there's all these things that race through your head, like, oh man.
Well, think back to yourself. I don't know if you were a kid that cursed a lot.
I don't want that.
I know.
I don't want my son to do what I was doing or to say what I was saying.
Me and my cousins developed a code, like fake cuss words, so we could do like get away with it. Something like, all right, bass is ass. And we would like go out and we would like write on a piece of paper, and then we would play like army and like drop the cuss words where they should be, but we do other words in case we were in earshot of. I loved cussing.
Yeah, when it comes to my kids, I'm more disappointed if they do it and they get caught.
You're like, be smart about it.
Like, don't do it in front of me.
I was a kid that cussed, and my parents read my journal, or my mom read my journal one day. And
Violation.
I was probably in like 4th or 5th grade, or 6th grade. And people used to say like, fine piece of ass. Like if somebody was hot, like that was something people would say in the 90s, or at least that's what I thought it meant. So I was like, Gavin Rossdale, fine piece of ass.
Good. I thought it was teachers, and I'm like, that's bad.
And and then I was like, so I wrote that in my journal. I was like, about a guy that was at school. I was like, oh my
fine
gosh,
piece of ass.
so on. So I was like saying he's hot. My parents sat me down and were like, what does this mean? And I was like, what? And they're like, are you having sex?
What?
And I was like, what? Because I was young. And I was just, I thought it meant something. I thought it meant like they're hot, but fine piece of ass is like, you got some ass. Like you had sex with somebody.
No.
Not necessarily.
Oh, not to Jill and Greg.
If I say she's a fine piece of ass, that doesn't mean I necessarily had sex with her.
Oh, they were very concerned.
Loading a shotgun as he's asking you. Like,
and I was like, oh my God. And then I was like so mad they were reading
your mom
my
reading your
journal.
diary?
yeah. You just don't know what words mean.
Right.
Older kids on the bus is where you learn everything, but in the 90s. And cousins, older cousins. I told a girl, I think I've said this before on the air, but girl was kicking my bus seat. I was young, man, like 1st grade, and I was like, if you don't cut it out, I'm going to give you a blow, Jay.
Oh.
And the bus driver heard me. I just heard an older kid say it. So I just told her, this girl's kicking my seat, and it was making me mad, and I go, hey, you kick my seat one more time?
Yeah,
I'm going to give you a blow, Jay. And the bus driver goes, hey! Who taught you that word? And I go, oh, you're a little kid, you get caught like, what? I didn't say it.
Because you need to tell them they're using it out of context.
They go, do you know what it means? And I go, no.
Yeah,
and
we
she
don't
goes,
know.
go home and ask your mom what it means.
Oh, no.
And that,
Punch him in the
hindsight,
face.
that pisses me off because, like, what are you saying about, why do you think my mom knows so much about it?
Yeah.
Right, that's right.
And tell her I said, hey.
Jackie was a woman about town.
Ooh.
Jackie's a classy lady.
Jackie.
Jackie, don't do that.
Okay, so that's the funny thing. And maybe you guys have been in this situation. You don't know what your kids think that stuff means.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
And here's the thing. There's been a couple things where like the younger son will say things that are pretty inappropriate in the car. And like I'll hear and me and Mallory pretend like we didn't hear it just to see what the other kids react. And they'll all be like, dude, what are you saying?
Yeah, my daughter will just straight up ask me, and I'll go talk to your mother.
Oh, no. See, they're at the age where they think they know it all, which is amazing because something will be referenced, and they'll start giggling like, oh, my gosh. And they think that they're being so sly. We're up here going, we know what you're laughing at. We're laughing at the same thing. We're just mature enough to keep it inside.
Right.
And then I think, what do they think that means?
Yeah.
And the latest one is you know, the gal that did the meme coin thing. The
Octua girl.
Yeah, right. So that comes up obviously across.
Yeah, I got that question too.
Well, we didn't get the question, but we've heard one of them say it, and then the other one be like, "Dude, shut up, man," and like, or they'll start like, you know, laughing about it, and you're like, do they know?
Well, yeah.
What do they know?
Well, my daughter,
what do they think?
She's like, what does that Octua thing mean? I go, talk to your mother.
Oh man, you just passed it off.
I always pass it off. I always do.
It's just funny to think like they could think it means anything, just like Rafe did in first grade. He was threatening.
I was
some gal.
dropping. I just heard the older kids in the back of the bus, and I was just making my little journal was just full of words I wanted to try out. I was like, all right, rug muncher. Can't wait. Call my cousin that later.
Were you hesitant to write things in your journal after that?
Yeah. Well, no, I hid it better. I was like, all right, mom's on the prowl. She's looking for the hot goss. And I mean, I've been journaling since I was 11. So
did she read it? And listen, Jill, if you're listening, you had your reasons. I didn't know your precious Lauren back then.
Oh, dude.
So maybe it's
Oh, I was
a good thing.
Boy crazy from the beginning, so she was always concerned.
This is another one that was so brilliant. I still remember this vividly because it was like the time in my life where I realized my dad doesn't know everything, and it's going to be funny from here on out. And it was when my brother got a rap CD, and I think it was Snoop Dogg, and there's a lyric or something about if you do this, I'll put my gat in your mouth.
Yeah.
And my dad heard it, and he runs up and he goes, what did that guy say? And he said this, and he goes, do you know what that means?
And he didn't know.
And my brother goes,
your dad didn't know.
Yeah, my brother goes, no, and he goes, a gat is a penis.
Oh,
I go,
Dad, no.
dude, I'm in the hallway, and I'm shaking my head going, nah, no, it
Dad, you don't know.
But I'm going to leave this here.
That is great.
It was like
Man.
one of the best moments
A gat.
of my youth.
Mr. Moon.
He said it.
Male penis.
He said it so loud, dude. He goes, a gat is a penis.
Yeah.
He's rapping about his penis.
I would have run away. I would have run away from home.
Yep.
All right,
man.
listen, we got to take a break, but first, that's very funny.
Oh, dude, I vividly, I know where I was standing when I heard it.
All right, today's Team Riz Member of the Day is brought to us by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill, celebrating 35 years of Hot Shots with a new daily featured menu item every day, all February long. From Sullivan, Missouri, Tori O'Neill is our Team Riz Member of the Day. Tori is a diehard Riz Show fan, has been a fan since the very beginning. She loves the camaraderie between the crew and can always rely on the show for a much-needed laugh on her morning commute. Loves all the games we're playing. Her favorite is Do It Bitch. Tori is grateful for the Riz Show for always keeping a tight connection with their listeners and how it truly feels like hanging with close friends every morning. It's very nice of you. Tori O'Neill from Sullivan is our Team Riz Member of the Day. Get super sweet Team Riz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. All right, we'll take a break. Our first break. We'll come back with Crap on Celebrities. It is 7:17 Friday. Traffic and weather. First look, Moon, coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. The highways are clear. Your point forecast mostly clear until some evening drizzle. High of 43. Right now it's 31 at the Point Studio.
Learn, what do you got for us?
Get ready to hit the lanes with Nelly. Go see Led Zeppelin this weekend. Record Store Day releases, MJ's son in the news, and what is America's top favorite movie?
Oh.
Ever?
Ever.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, indeed.
That's something to think about. We got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday and more. Grab on Celebrities next. Stay there.
Hey, we're the Interrupters! And we're here with our new friends Sarah and Donnie from The Point. We're at Music Record Shop and we're gonna go get some records.
Reggae and ska.
This record
has some jam.
is going to change your life. It really is. This is nightclub, gangsters, Rudy, a message to you, rat race, man, Ghost Town. So we come, interrupters, before we come out on stage, we play Ghost Town.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, by this time, June, you could be ready to start a new career in technology, in IT. This is all possible with Centric. That's right. Centric is a training program that gets you ready for a career in technology in just 4 months. 4 months. You've heard me talk about it for a long time. Now find out for yourself how you could train for a new IT career, again, in as little as 4 months with St. Louis's leading IT training company, that's Centric. They are the longest-running, most experienced entry-level technology training program in the country. And their programs train you on the most current technologies employers are using because, unlike four-year schools, they could quickly adapt their curriculum to match changes in the job market. So here's your first step. You decide to make that change. You've got the power to rewrite your story and dive right into Centric's Accelerated Tech program. And by June, you'll be ready. Hey, when you call him up, ask for Patrick Neal, and he's going to take great care of you. And they help you land a job. Centric.com/Riz, CENTRIQ.com/Riz.
The great battles of our time. Man versus nature, intellect versus instinct. Burrito versus butthole. Here in this fortress of solitude, we reflect and ponder tough questions about life and ourselves. And the toughest question of all may be, what do I wish I could accomplish before I die? Mine eyes have seen the glory. The proverbial bucket list. Why is it called that? Do you have one? Should you have one? If so, what should be on it? Let's dive into those questions today on the Number 2 Show. You know, they've always said to think outside the box, but here, inside this box, we've had some of the most profound reflections. They say inspiration strikes in the most unexpected places. Sir Isaac Newton, an apple tree. Archimedes, a bathtub. Me, well, let's just say there's a reason I'm broadcasting from a bathroom stall. The bathroom. More than just tiles and toiletries, a vault of solace, a chamber of reflection. Ever think about how much history, philosophy, and yes, even strategy have been contemplated in spaces just like this? I'm pretty sure when Bill Shakespeare wrote To Be or Not to Be, he carved it with the quill on a bathroom stall before he put pen to paper. How many of you have had those aha moments in the restroom? Think about it. You're all alone, free from distractions, and suddenly the answer to that problem you've been mulling over becomes as clear as the bathroom tiles. Recent studies, and by studies I mean a quick poll of a few of my friends, reveal that bathrooms are like unsung brainstorming chambers of the household. I'm pretty sure if we placed whiteboards in showers, we would have solved world hunger by now and probably perfected teleportation. But today we are switching gears to contemplate life's big picture, the journey. Which brings us to today's main topic. Follow me through the glory hole as we explore the bucket list. It's a concept most of us are familiar with, but how many of us truly understand its origin? The phrase kicking the bucket has been around longer than we might think. But why a bucket and why kick it? Historians theorize about a grim tie to execution, public hanging, to be more direct, with kicking our own bucket away as the last thing we do before we die. That's a stark contrast to the delightful and daring dreams we jot down in our little dream journals before we go night-night. Eventually, we flipped the bucket over, took a seat, dropped a deuce, and got to thinking, what do I want to do before I die? Take my pal Rizzuto. He's always dreamed of drop-kicking a mofo. His dreams may be violent and small to us, but they're big to him, and there are plenty of people running around out there that could use a nice double dragon Van Damme style drop kick right to the side of their temporal lobe. Or my pal Lern. She wants to kiss Steven Tyler from Aerosmith and jump out of a birthday cake. Maybe we kill two birds with one stone and we Ocean 11 her into Steven's 100th birthday party and scare the holy hell out of him and get her a nice restraining order. As for me, beyond the allure of a futuristic self-cleaning bathroom, which, let's face it, is the dream, I have several items on the list ranging from small ones like sliding across the hood of the General Lee like a portly Bauduc, or Operation Honeysuckle Rose, which is my yearly attempt to board Willie Nelson's tour bus and smoke out with the country music Buddha. But the point of our bucket list isn't just the dreams we jot down, it's about seeking out those experiences. It's about looking life straight in the eyes and saying, I want more. More adventures, more laughter, more memories. It's not a to-do list that belongs in a drawer, right? It's a must-experience list. It doesn't have to be all huge pie-in-the-sky dreams like climbing Mount Everest. Maybe your dream is kissing a stranger on the subway, and if so, I say get consent and go for it. Hell, you might even stop an aspiring SoundCloud ukulele artist from giving an impromptu train car concert that nobody asked for. But what if instead of a train...
Happy to be a part of the Victory Men's Health team. There are 4 locations here to make sure that we are feeling and looking and just doing our very best. Both O'Fallons, Illinois and Missouri. There's a Sunset Hills location and Town and Country, and that's where me, Rafe, and Scott all go out there. And I was so thankful. Back in the day, we'd be backstage doing a Rizzuto Show event with, with Jeff Burton, and Victory would come up to give him like an IV drip, like a vitamin therapy right there backstage. And they'd say, hey, we can help you out too. And they would. It was amazing. That's how I was introduced to Victory and their incredible staff. And they're amazing. Of course, they have their main services like hormone optimization and sexual health and weight loss, or again, any sort of vitamin deficiencies, which I definitely have some issues with. So just a few weeks ago, I went in there, I sat in the zero gravity chairs in this beautiful lounge that they have that is just so cool. And I had a vitamin therapy drip that was amazing. They really offer just such a range of wellness IV drips that I would tell you, start with that. Get in there and see that vibrant atmosphere. Overseen by medical professionals. They're just incredible. They make you feel good. They make you feel welcome. It's so nice. Get those vitamins, those minerals, those electrolytes, everything that you need to have tangible results, to feel better, to be better. Check out the incredible podcast, too. Amy's podcast is Women Want Strong Men. An incredible tool for listeners, for valuable insight on health optimization and longevity, and that's what I'm all about, is longevity. Get over to Victory Men's Health. See what they can do for you right now. 4 locations, both O'Fallon, Sunset Hills, and Town and Country. Visit them online at victorymenshealth.com.
How are you, good sir? It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, I'm doing well. We're chugging along on this tour, and it feels pretty good.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, all right, how's the knee going, man? Are you doing okay? And I would assume that Josh has done a lot of apologizing since.
All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizShow at 1057thepoint.com. Friday fail stories coming up. Rafe's E-Memorium. That'll be in just a couple minutes. We'll give away some prizes. Morrissey tickets, Disturb tickets, Point Fest tickets, Palais Royale tickets. Super Bowl's on Sunday. I'm sure everybody in this room's got the Chiefs, right?
Yes.
Yar.
All right. Well, listen, if you are maybe thinking about putting some money down on the big game Sunday, well, I want you to check out my brand new podcast called The Spread Zone. That's right. The Spread Zone, my new podcast. Don't do that with your tongue, Rafe.
Why is it so dirty sounding?
I know.
The Spread Zone.
I don't know. Why is it dirty?
I feel like I have to
don't
do
know.
the thing from the Landlord and Kingpin.
Yeah.
When you say spread zone.
It's called The Spread Zone, and if you are a subscriber to the Riz Show podcast, it should have dropped in your phone this morning around 6 o'clock. But please go download The Spread Zone. It's myself. It's Anthony Stalter. It's Tim McKernan. Episode 1 dropped this morning. That's right. I said dropped. Episode 1, big game, bigger regrets.
Dude, you're in bed with the enemy.
Hot up.
You're in bed with Anthony
Yeah, we see what you
Stalter.
did.
If it means making money, which I'm all about that.
Hey.
Dude, you're in the Spread Zone with Anthony Stalter.
I'm in the Spread Zone with Anthony Stalter and
Yeah.
Tim McKernan.
Woo!
TSA put me in the spread zone one time.
What'd they find?
Everything.
Nothing. I go deep.
So listen, we go. It's a gambling podcast. It really is. It's not so much a sports talk show. It's a gambling podcast.
It's cool, man. The set's really cool.
Set's
It
great.
is
You
really
can watch
cool.
it on YouTube. It's up there now, but you can listen to it wherever you get your podcasts. But it is a strictly gambling podcast where we're talking about the over-unders, the spreads. We're talking about prop bets. Bet hard, lose harder. Trying to come up with some taglines.
Scared money.
Tweeting it out for
Scared
everybody.
money, don't win.
Come on, we'll tell you how to blow your bankroll before kickoff. So check out the Spread Zone. It's up on YouTube. It's also where you get all your podcasts. Yeah, the set for this thing, it's like a real deal. It's like a real deal from a TV production side of things.
It's sick.
It is really cool.
So check that out, the Spread Zone
Yes,
with
both got
myself,
cool.
Tim McKernan, Anthony Stalter. Okay, so with the Super Bowl on Sunday, you got the Chiefs, you've got the Eagles. Who does America want to see win?
I would guess the Eagles for as much bitching as I've seen online.
Well,
Because
people
everybody's-
hate Philadelphia.
Well, people are sick of
People-
seeing Kansas City win, though.
People hate Philadelphia sports fans.
Yeah. They're terrible.
But
and-
there's but always remember, this is not a playoff game. This is the Super Bowl. So there are so many non-football fans. They don't know about the hate for Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? There are so many just regulars that are watching.
But you
that
got-
are being asked this question.
But you got Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. You got
Right, and-
Patty Mahomes seems like a nice guy.
But the Taylor Swift stuff is going to weigh in way more than any of the historical Philadelphia stuff. Plus, if they've watched anything, they've probably only watched a couple snippets from the last couple games. And what have they seen? Cutesy, amazing, happy, always smiling Saquon Barkley, killing it, and they're sick of hearing about the Chiefs. So I'm gonna say
America is rooting for
the Eagles.
the Eagles. What do you say, Rafe? I will tell you before you make your decision, before you tell us what it is. It is pretty slim.
I think it's slim, but I think it's probably still the Chiefs because outside of Philly and Missouri, everyone hates both. And it's probably lesser of two evils, dynasties, some people chasing excellence, and the Swifties. They're going to move the needle.
Okay, and there definitely is Chiefs fatigue out there. Although it's not all their fault. I think America was so happy to be out from under the dominance of Tom Brady and the Patriots and looking forward to some variety. And now we get the Chiefs with their run.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's some blowback from that.
It's a shame. It's a shame too, and I've seen a couple people make this argument. So this is not an original thought, but it's a shame that people aren't just, especially the I don't know what you call it, like so fans of just football.
Fair weather fans.
Well, yeah, not fair weather fans, but just like the I like watching football here and there, and the Super Bowl kind of thing. It's just a shame that people aren't more excited about watching something so good, so cool.
Well, because we went from the Tom Brady, how many years of that, and right into another thing.
Yeah,
right into it, immediately into another dynasty.
But this thing doesn't have the cheating, the scandals,
Yeah.
the suspensions of your superstar.
When you just opened the door to the whole refs thing.
But there is
scandals
no
and
whole refs thing.
That's just conspiracy theory.
Yeah, that's all been like debunked. If anybody actually just takes two or three steps deep, it's debunked. I mean, it's a fun thing to say. I totally get
Yeah,
it.
it's not Deflategate.
Yeah, I totally get it. But who's been suspended? You're telling me that these refs, which are different every single game, are somehow all in on this, and we have no actual evidence or somebody snitching or something like that? Like that's enough.
Said like
It's
true.
actually nice.
Said like true Chiefs fans.
No,
Yeah, but here's
Am
the
I
thing,
right?
like, that's-
Am I
we're
right?
just facts is
Anyway,
facts.
and I
Everybody
just
says
tell
we're
you-
homers, but everybody. I love that everybody. Julian Edelman, all these old players are coming out. Chris Long had a great thing about it, and he's like, casual football fans are dumb. They don't know what they're talking about. If you look at the stats, they actually put it out yesterday, and it was actually nice. They put a side by side of this referee crew.
Yeah.
And all the penalties in the NFL, Eagles versus Chiefs for the whole season, both teams are under the mean, under the average of benefiting from penalties. Both of them are in the bottom half.
Hey, just so you guys know, if the Eagles do win on Sunday, Okay, their record will be, their all-time record will be 666 wins and 666 losses.
Ooh.
Six.
The number of the beast.
America's rooting for the Eagles.
Yeah.
But not by much. Not by much. 29% will be pulling for Philly, 22% for Kansas City, 49% don't care.
I wonder if this means ratings will be down.
Maybe slightly, but still there will be 100 gazillion people watching.
Yeah. And now President Trump is going, and that's a big deal. And
there will be 100 gazillion people watching because it's not even just about the game itself. It's a cultural event.
Also, how odd is it that no sitting president has ever gone to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, that's weird.
Till now.
That's weird. According to
You
a
seen
new
the
poll,
prices of the tickets?
they're
Well, that ain't
down.
anything.
Yep. Okay. What are we sitting 18
Yes, he's going
rows
to be
up?
in the section 300. According to a new poll, 48% of Americans say they will definitely or probably watch the Super Bowl. Yeah, man, listen, these two teams played 2 years ago. The Chiefs, back then, were the favorite of America. So the tides have turned. So back when they played each other for the first time 2 years ago, the Chiefs were the team America was going for. Now it's the opposite.
Oh, how the turntables have turned.
Oh, yes. Yes. Now, the Super Bowl has always been the most watched telecast of the year, by far. By far. So, obviously, there are many reasons to watch, but what is the main reason people are watching
The commercials.
the game? So, a new poll said that 30% of people said their favorite part is it's the game. And this year, yeah, it's the game. 17% are commercial people. 16% halftime. And 2% are dorks who claim their favorite part is the announcer's commentary. What?
Oh, really?
Losers. No, kidding. That's fine. That's nice.
So 30% are tuned in for the game, 17% the commercials, 16% Kendrick Lamar, and 2% the announcer's commentary. And this
Who are
year-
the announcers?
Oh, you don't know?
I don't.
It's Kevin Burkhardt and Tom Brady.
Ah.
It is a Kevin Burkhardt, Tom Brady special. So they're in the booth, Aaron Andrews, Tom Rinaldi on the sidelines.
Dude.
9% not sure, what they like the best.
You know what? I'm watching just for Aaron Andrews' damn arms. Have you checked this chick out? She's in such great shape, and her arms are something to be marveled.
Man, that woman went through some crap.
I know she did with the hotel.
The hotel thing?
Yes. She is amazing at her work, and she's been through hell.
She's been through hell, man.
Stacked up
You want to
right
talk about
now.
a violation?
Absolutely. And you know what?
Whatever happened to that creepster? So if you don't know, somebody took video of her, Aaron Andrews, in a hotel, like completely naked. Was it through a keyhole? Was it through a hole in the? Was it
Put
through
a
a
camera
hole in
in
the
there.
wall?
Yeah, it was like a secret camera. I don't know where
Like
the
a
whole,
secret.
It's like in an outlet.
like a painting.
Oh, it was an
It's
outlet.
like a hidden camera, yeah.
Poor thing. Hate
Like,
that.
and all her everything wound up on the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about a violation of
She rose above it though. She did not let that
whatever
deter her.
happened to the guy? Because they caught him. Mm-hmm. And he was some dork-looking ass.
Yes.
Words.
Got him.
Got him.
Got him.
She won $55 million.
I wanted to say something. Yeah, she sued the hotel, right?
Yep.
Good for her.
Nashville Marriott, adjacent to Vanderbilt. And the Radisson Airport Hotel in Milwaukee. One of the videos.
Oh, it was a guy following her, right?
Yeah, it
was
was a
this guy
stalk-
following her?
It's
What a
called the
psychopath.
stalking incident. Michael David Barrett.
Of course.
Then 46.
What do you mean, of course?
I don't know. That's of course what his name sounds like. Michael David Barrett.
Always three names. It's always the
Well, that could be a 3 first namer.
He's an Illinois guy?
David Barrett,
Oh,
arrested
God.
by
Our
the
people.
by the FBI in 2009 for interstate stalking. Pled guilty to the charges on December 15th. Second tape of Andrews was then discovered on Barrett's computer showing her nude in a room at the Radisson in Milwaukee. This tape was never made public. March 15th, 2010, he was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison, 3 years of probation, $5,000 in fines, $7,366 in restitution. He served his sentence at the Seattle Community Correctional Center and was released July 2012. Andrews then sued Barrett, Marriott International, and Radisson Hotels, and 5 other entities for negligence and invasion of privacy in connection with the videotaping.
What? So how,
This
where
guy
was
looks like a weasel, too.
where was the video? Like, was it through? Was it an outlet? Was it a?
I don't know the exact.
I think it was like a.
It's definitely like a hidden camera.
I feel like I remember it was kind of like the Bates Motel situation. Like there was like a picture or something on the wall. Gross. What a total psychopath.
So where is he now? Where is he now?
Yeah,
Where is this guy now? How much time did he get?
2 years?
That's it?
That's ridiculous.
He was put in there in 2010. He was released in 2012. Let's see. In 2015, Andrews filed a suit against the Nashville Marriott and Barrett for $75 million. Now, get this, dude. The Marriott's lawyers were seeking her payroll records, contracts, performance reviews, any disciplinary reports, like all sorts of stuff. They were able to quash that, but like it's a wild war when this kind of stuff happens.
Well,
let's see. The jury found Barrett 51% responsible and the hotel management company and its owner 49% responsible. As early as 2016, Barrett was living in his father's basement.
Nice.
That's what we've heard in the latest.
Go back into the ground where you belong.
During the trial, Andrews testified that her employer, ESPN, would not allow her to return to broadcasting until she had spoken publicly about the incident on television against her will due to the rumors that it was a publicity stunt.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well,
This woman's been through hell.
She
She's
went
been
through
through
it and then got dragged.
She's done a great job of holding it together.
I'm a fan.
And everybody, I hope she wears like a tank top or something so you can see these ripped arms, because I'm telling you, it's given me all of the things that I need at the gym.
Well, Lern is looking forward to the announcing.
Yep.
And Aaron Andrews' arms.
Did it through the peephole of her door. Crazy.
Man. As for the breakdown, women are much more likely to be interested in the halftime show and commercials than men. Younger adults are more likely to be excited about the halftime show. They didn't ask anybody if they were primarily pumped to watch the national anthem. It's being performed by Grammy-winning singer Jon Batiste. Wild. Jon Batiste. What?
He was in the lobby, knew she was staying in the hotel, asked to be connected to her room. The phone showed him what room she was in. He requested the room next door. When she left, he went and removed the peephole with a hacksaw, bored it out to where he could remove it, put it back in.
With a camera in there?
No, he just waited until he heard her in the shower, and then he took the peephole out and put his camera phone over the peephole.
Holy cow. And nobody
Filmed it
saw?
from the hallway, got her getting out of the shower and getting dressed. That's how he got her naked.
Whoa, nobody saw.
Total psycho.
Psychopath, man. I thought it was like a hidden camera situation, like an employee. This was just like a literal stalker that...
Man.
So scary.
Well, enjoy the game, everybody. Today is February the 7th. Back in the day, 221 years ago, 1804, John Deere. Yes, John Deere, an American blacksmith and businessman, founded Deere and Company. 143 years ago, 1882, the last bare-knuckle fight for the heavyweight boxing title went down in Mississippi City. John L. Sullivan knocked out Patty Ryan in the 9th round. 76 years ago, 1949, Joe DiMaggio signed with the Yankees for $100,000, the first six-figure contract in the major leagues. 61 years ago, 1964, the Beatles arrived at New York's Kennedy Airport for the first appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show. 51 years ago, 1974, my favorite movie ever, Blazing Saddles, was released.
That's your
Mel
favorite
Brooks.
movie was Goodfellas.
It goes back and forth.
Okay. Just checking you, okay? I'm just trying to follow.
Comedy for sure. I mean, it's 1 and 2. What movie have I seen more of? Probably Blazing Saddles.
Okay.
But it's a close 1 and 2. 44 years ago, 1981, Kool and the Gang Celebration hit #1 in the U.S. And 25 years ago in the year 2000, tragedy struck when 698-pound Latino rapper Big Pun dies of a massive coronary.
Oh, man. Remember when Incubus did Still Not a Player?
Yeah.
That was sick.
How old?
He was, I don't know, but at the time of his death, his heart was 4 times the normal size.
Up in
I should have had that.
time.
I should have had that information, but I don't. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Cordell and Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Guys, Nelly is opening an adults-only bowling alley in Florissant on Newhalls Ferry Road in the former Olympic bowling lane space. It's going to be open for league bowling on Sundays through Thursdays until midnight, while Fridays and Saturdays will be dedicated to open play until 1:30 in the morning.
Adults only.
Adults only, got to be 21 and up.
So is it like one of those like flamingo bowls?
Yes.
Okay.
Higher upscale bowling experience.
Wait,
11,000 square feet.
What's this?
This is Nelly's
Nelly.
Fluorescent Bowling Alley coming to us soon.
I don't know if you heard of them. Nelly.
Louis' own.
Interesting.
12 lanes, and you'll be able to have leagues. So
This is up on Halls Ferry.
New Halls Ferry.
You know,
Halls Ferry.
you know, bowling alley is killing it everywhere. And if you've been to Vegas or there's one in L.A. and some other places, the Brooklyn Bowls, dude, they kill.
Nice.
They kill, dude. They're usually staged. They're venues, bowling alleys, venues, bar, restaurant. Badass.
Remember up at the Mills, they had that Lucky Strike place. I think it was kind of like the same thing, where they got like pretty high-end food. You bowl. This is the new thing.
It is. It's fine.
This is the new thing. It's like high-end bowling alley. You got the Putt Shack, which is, down at the Foundry. Like high-end, mini golf. They just opened a new place in Clayton, like high-end darts.
Yep.
Where it's for adults, and you get good drinks, and they got a pretty unique menu.
It's nice.
It's nice.
I look forward to it.
It's a whole thing.
It is a whole thing.
A record store day is going to be happening on April 12th at participating record stores around St. Louis and the country. Rarities of more than 325 releases will be available. You already know about it. If you want to see the full list, recordstoreday.com. But Liam Gallagher, The Killers, Post Malone, Rage, The Struts, and many others.
Riz-
Point artists and fans will probably be excited about.
Riz loves rarities.
He loves them.
I love
I love a Riz rarity.
So those were things that didn't come out for a reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's always.
You know what? Let these people have their fun.
No, and
One day a year.
You guys are all suckers.
No, we're not.
You're
Dude,
all
it's something
suckers.
to do.
Not.
Scott Weiland is having from the dead.
He's dead. If it was good, it'd be out already.
You're telling me from 2008, Scott Weiland's Happy in Galoshes?
I will say that's not necessarily true. And from a personal perspective, I have a song that I still haven't released. It's maybe one of my best songs of all
Here
time.
you go.
And the reason I haven't released it
Put
is
it out.
Every
Wow.
time we make a record, it doesn't make sense to put it on.
Put it out.
It just doesn't fit because I like concepts. Now, that's the idiot in me that loves an album actually meaning something and having like a cohesive nature to it or a concept to it. So I'm the idiot. I probably should have put it out 15 years ago.
I like that. We're going to the vault.
But there's got to be other idiots out there that put out these
Listen.
rarities and they
It's
mean
a song about President Bill Clinton. Unfortunately, it's
yeah, right.
I like
missed
it.
its mark.
It's one of my best songs of all time.
Oscar-winning director Ezra Edelman, who did O.J. Made in America, has a Prince documentary that he spent about 5 years creating, and the estate of Prince has blocked it from being released on Netflix. So the 9-hour film will not be seen after a mutual agreement between the estate and Netflix, with the estate announcing plans for its own film. So we will
they
not
scra-
see this.
This guy did all this work on this thing, and the Prince estate said no.
Absolutely not. Yep.
Damn.
I wonder if they saw it and they were like, nah.
I mean, it makes you want to see it, right? Like, it makes you go, why didn't they want it released?
I don't know.
9
Kevin
hours.
Smith was working on one.
Oh,
on
really?
Prince?
Yeah, he talked about having a phone call with Prince, got him on the phone,
Damn.
and was working with him on, and he goes, he'd seen something Kevin Smith did, and Prince asked him to do the documentary, but then he's like, he spent 2 hours on the phone talking to me about becoming a Christian. He's very religious. I think he grew
He
up
was
like
Jehovah's
a Jehovah's
Witness.
Witness. Yeah, and he was very, so that was a big part of what he wanted the documentary to be about, so I'm curious if they got blocked for something like that.
Or maybe that's Prince's estate working with Kevin Smith to have that released
yeah.
today, you know?
That's one of the guys I wish I'd have talked to. I wish I'd have got an actual grasp on who the dude was.
Oh.
Prince?
Yes.
Nobody ever did.
I know in person. I one of my friends went to his house a couple times for those like private concerts, and even he was like, dude, you don't really. He played basketball with him and a couple other things, and he's like, even then, he's like, he was such an enigma, like such an interesting hidden dude. Mm-hmm. And he's like,
Nobody knew much about him.
yeah, and this guy spent many hours with him and didn't know him.
We'll probably never get a documentary
Well,
then.
and I think that was by design, man.
Yeah.
Prince was cool as hell.
Dude, he said a
And
couple
like 5'1".
I
a couple
know.
times they go to the house and like they go for like a show or something like that, and there was like maybe 30 people, 40 people, something like that, and they'd be hanging and drinking and socializing and do it long enough to realize like, oh, is Prince here or is he not here? And then all of a sudden he'd walk out and just start playing.
Lights go out, too.
Yeah, he would just walk out and just start playing,
Smoke.
and then he'd play for like 4 hours,
Yeah.
and then before you know it, like before even the song is done, he's gone,
Yep.
and they never saw him.
I love that.
Puff of smoke. Purple smoke. He's gone.
It was
man.
like he was just practicing.
Played in his
something.
pajamas, which is hilarious.
Well, there was also people.
I just imagine him in a onesie.
They would go to some of these private Prince shows, and he would just play with his back to the audience the entire time.
Because it's supposed to be about the music, man. I like it. For the most part, maybe 96% of what I hear about him, I love it.
Yeah. I do too.
One of his last concerts was here in St. Louis.
Or it was supposed to be the Fox.
Was it supposed to be, or he did it already?
No, it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
On TV News, friend of the show, Jeremy Piven, came home to find his upstairs glass door smashed in his L.A. area home last Friday. TMZ reported that the thieves just went through everything, making off with about $200,000 worth of jewelry. According to the cops, Jeremy recently put his house on the market, held an open house earlier on the same day as the burglary.
Rafe, I hope they didn't steal his joke book.
Yeah, me too.
Piven's robbery is currently being investigated. It is Friday, so that means new movies in theaters. Heart Eyes with Olivia Holt and Devon Sawa. For the past several years, the Heart Eyes killer has wreaked havoc on Valentine's Day, stalking and murdering romantic couples. This has 85% on Rotten Tomatoes. And this Valentine's Day, no couple is safe.
So that's out. The guy from The Goonies has a movie out too, Love
Ki Ho
Hurts.
Kwan, yeah. And that has 22% on
Not
Rotten
looking
Tomatoes.
great for that movie.
Oh, no.
He plays a realtor working in Milwaukee suburbs where for sale signs start blooming. Receives a crimson envelope from Rose, who's played by Oscar winner Ariana DeBose, and a former partner in crime that he has left for dead. She's not happy, and so now he's thrust back into the world as a ruthless hitman. So not looking good. But you know what I'm going to see tonight at Ronnie's? The Led Zeppelin documentary, which has 70% on Rotten Tomatoes. Becoming Led Zeppelin is screening in IMAX theaters tonight. Riz, you said it was also at the Science Center?
It's at the OmniMax at the Science Center,
That
too,
is so
which
cool.
I was looking for a time. I don't have time.
Is that on streaming too? Because I
No.
just saw a Led Zeppelin doc on my.
No, this is strictly, they're putting it in the theater
Something
first.
different.
Without a streaming date yet.
Yes, and so it's IMAX this weekend in OmniMax, and then next weekend in regular theaters. I can't wait.
Yeah, has anybody seen anything at the OmniMax?
No.
Yes.
At the Science Center? It's awesome, right?
Yeah, I saw Dunkirk there.
That's
Oh,
sweet.
really? Wow.
Yo.
I just saw like
Amazing.
the.
Stars.
No, like the nature.
Yeah,
it was
one of
cool, like a penguin one and a. They were all cool.
Yeah, I've seen
Oh,
a
yeah, I
bunch
think
of
I've
those.
seen
Yeah, I've
all
seen
those
like the nature
documentary
ones.
there.
Yeah, the nature docs are awesome, but seeing
Yeah.
like a full
I haven't
feature
seen a
film,
movie there.
oh, it's cool. It's like, it's the, what's the Sphere? It's the Sphere Junior. You know, it's the
Minisphere.
it's the kindergarten version.
I got a buddy who,
It's incredible, though.
speaking of the Sphere, he just got tickets to go see Kenny Chesney at the Sphere.
Oh wow!
And he said, because he went to go see the Dead there when the Dead were there, and he said it was such a friggin' amazing experience. He didn't care who was playing.
I told
Yeah, I
you.
can't wait to go.
I told you.
He didn't care.
Clearly.
Yeah. For real.
He goes, man, I got tickets to go see Kenny Chesney. I go, you're a Kenny Chesney fan? He goes, not really, but I loved it
Yeah.
so much. I'm going to be in Vegas,
I wish
and
you
I didn't
guys-
care who was there.
I wish you
wanna
guys
go.
would have seen U2. It would have made a U2 fan out of you because it was a perfect environment for it.
Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan, was thrown behind bars on Monday for allegedly committing a series of serious crimes. We have some audio that was released by body cam footage. According to police, MJ's son was arrested and booked into an Orange County jail in Orlando, Florida for DUI, cocaine possession, and resisting arrest. He doesn't look too happy to be there in his mugshot. Here is some of the audio from the body cam.
So this is Marcus
Jordan.
Michael Jordan's son, who does not look like him,
No, he does not.
which I saw the mugshot, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, would never
I don't see a resemblance.
There's nothing in my pocket. That's why I don't thank you down. Put hands out there, man. You know, bro, I'm Marcus Jordan. I'm Michael Jordan's son. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Michael Jordan's, oh, he name dropped.
So this is the
He name
kid.
dropped, there's more.
I'm just trying to get home, and I made a wrong turn. And clearly, we would just like to get our car off of the train tracks.
So he was stuck on the train tracks. That's why, and he was obviously
Hammered.
out of it. This is the kid that dated Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. Remember this?
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah, that
so
was weird.
Scotty's not coming to bail you out.
Scotty's
That's
probably
right.
laughing
So,
real
yeah,
hard
Michael
right now.
Jordan's
No.
son was dating Scottie Pippen's ex-wife.
Yes.
So Scotty's sleeping with a smile right now.
Scotty doesn't know, but Scotty does know. So his bond had been set at $4,000, according to Page 6. As of Tuesday morning, it's unclear if he was still behind bars. I imagine he is out.
If you were Michael Jordan's son, and you got busted, would you say, I'm Marcus Jordan, Michael Jordan's son?
Even though I don't look like Michael Jordan, I am his son.
I don't know. Calculated risk, I guess.
You know why I wouldn't do it? Because then you could possibly fly under the radar. Maybe the story doesn't get out.
That's a good point.
Like if you say you're Michael Jordan's son, now that's, somebody's going to tell somebody, and next thing you know, TMZ's knocking on your door.
That's right.
If you just go under the radar, there could be a million Marcus Jordans out there. It's not like Jordan is an unusual last name.
We got Tony Jordan that works here at the radio station.
Yes.
Which he
Michael
bears
Jordan's
resemblance. Yeah.
Who looks
Tony
more like
Jordan-
Michael Jordan than this guy.
Tony Jordan had a little hair metal show on KSHE called Hair Jordan.
Right.
So he's pretty cool. And finally, the average American believes they've watched their favorite movie a total of how many times? How many times do you think you've watched Goodfellas and Blazing Saddles?
I probably watched Blazing Saddles 100 times.
Okay. Rafe, what about you? Your favorite movie, how many times do you think you've watched
Goodfellas,
it?
maybe 50 times.
Okay.
Hundreds.
Hundreds? Moon?
Dude.
Give me a number.
Yeah. I'll say 50.
All right. All of you are above average. Americans say they've watched their favorite movie 38 times, which is I think it's a normal number. We probably think it's more, but it probably is only 38. So what do you think is the top 10 of America's favorite movies?
America's favorite movies.
This
of
was
all
a
time.
lot of people, different ages, different races, all this stuff. But Americans, what are our favorite movies?
I think we're going to get nostalgia films, family films, holiday films. So I'm going to say A Christmas Vacation,
Christmas Vacation, not on the list.
Christmas Story,
Are there any holiday movies?
There is a holiday movie.
Wonderful Life. It's got to be a Christmas movie on there, dude. I just named the bangers.
Home Alone.
Home Alone is the Christmas movie you're looking for at number 7.
Okay.
That's a great one. That deserves
Favorite movies of all time. Star Wars.
Star Wars, number 9.
Okay. I'm saying A New Hope, right?
Is that the first? Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, first one. Favorite movies of all time. Is there a franchise? Another franchise in there?
There's a couple of franchises on this list, I would say.
Indiana Jones.
Oh, good.
Indiana Jones is number 14, so not top 10.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future is not even top 10. That's
Wow.
number 11.
Okay, I'm done here.
Number 11. It's number 11. So it just missed the
I
top
thought you
10.
said not on the list.
God,
No, that's
I'll
not
be,
bad.
I'm going to say this and be furious if it's on there. Fast and the Furious.
Number 8.
No
What?
way.
Out of here.
I
What
told
a
you I was on
terrible
it.
franchise.
You know what? Listen, that thing's got how many movies?
It's
Too
dumb.
many.
They go to
It
space,
Seven?
dude.
It may be dumb. Yes, I'm not a huge fan of these movies. But there's still enough interest and people like it enough for that thing to keep going.
Yeah.
They're making
it's
another
like
one right
bubblegum.
now.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, not top 10. no.
Titanic. Let's go to James Cameron.
Titanic is number 3.
Jurassic
Good job, Moon.
Park.
Jurassic
Really?
Park is on the list, number 13.
E.T.
Terminator 2.
E.T. is not on the list.
What's another Spielberg movie?
Schindler's
Fought the
List.
Planet of the Dead. No, that's not going to be America's favorite movie.
Avatar. Which
You ask a
should not
question,
be
you
on
get an
there.
answer.
Avatar, no. A lot of these are serious. There's a couple of frivolous movies in the top 5, and then
Goonies?
there's serious movies.
The Notebook.
No.
Serious movies.
Serious movies.
Like our, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there, we've heard of all
The
these. right?
Pelican
You
Brief.
guys have seen all of these movies. Yeah.
Is Goodfellas on there?
Goodfellas is not on there.
Any
no.
horror
But there
movies?
is another movie like
Blazing
that.
Saddles.
Like Shining or something?
Blazing Saddles, no. The Shining, no. Actually, no horror
Godfather.
movies. The Godfather's number 10.
Oh, The Godfather 2.
No. These movies are well liked. They're easy. There's one movie that's very violent, and then there's a romance movie that's
Violent.
iconic. You guys are missing
Gone
1,
with the
2,
Wind.
4, 5, and 6.
Oh, yeah.
What's
Gone with the Wind.
what's
No.
the Bates Motel? What's
The Psycho, no.
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of
Wizard
Oz
of
is
Oz.
number 2.
Oh, that's the violent one?
Good job, Rafe. No, that's a violent one. So you're missing 1, 4, 5, and 6.
What's bigger than the Wiz, dude?
Home Alone 2?
No sequels. No more sequels.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump is number 1.
Forrest Gump.
I like it.
I'm glad Zemeckis got on if he didn't get Back to the Future.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
should have
yeah.
been Back to the Future.
Number one.
Number 1 is Forrest
What
Gump.
else are you going to have?
It's easy to consume.
Come on, man. That's
It's
like
historic.
It's not easy. It's how you know how long that movie is.
It's a good
Perfect.
movie.
It goes fast.
it's pretty perfect.
It's 150 something minutes.
It keeps you interested. The
Why do
entire
you even
time.
know that? It's perfect.
So what do we miss?
I've researched my hate.
4, 5, and 6.
It's a perfect movie, dude.
Give me a genre.
okay, here we go.
Saving Private Ryan.
No. Here we go.
Why was
Kids
that a bad
movie.
guess?
We're going Disney. We're going iconic
Disney,
80s
Beauty and
movie.
the Beast.
We're going a series.
Is it a cartoon?
It is a cartoon.
Little Mermaid.
Disney.
No. Yeah, Disney. Go.
Lion King.
Snow White.
Lion King is
Lion
number
King.
4.
Lion King. Yes.
So 5 and 6. This is a romance movie from the 80s. One of the biggest stars.
Harry Met Sally.
Pretty Woman.
This movie is every woman
Romance.
wanted to be in this movie. I visited the set of this movie.
You visited the set
I
of
did.
this movie.
In
It's
West
a
Virginia.
Romance.
West Virginia.
Romance.
Romance.
Miner's
The
daughter.
lead guy is dead.
The lead man is he.
The lead girl has a new nose.
Go.
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty
Damn
Dancing
it.
is number 5. And then
That is a good movie, dude.
And then I've never seen number 6, but I think you guys all have the John Wick series.
Oh, yes.
What?
Yes.
I
Number
started
6.
watching Dirty Dancing.
I mean, that
last
has
night
its
'cause I got
place.
fed
So
some
good.
videos, and I was like, this movie rules.
It does rule.
John Wick.
John Wick. The John Wick.
Who made
number
this
6.
list?
What a great movie.
The
and should be
American
higher.
people made this list, Moon.
Yeah.
No, it should not.
I get that, but no. Come on.
And also,
hate.
John
honorable-
Wick is great, but it doesn't belong
I like
on
Keanu.
the what?
Whoa.
honorable mentions to the top 20. So Die Hard, Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, Rocky, Toy Story, Ghostbusters, Rush Hour, Top Gun, and the Harry Potter series.
Which Die Hard?
Yeah.
Because I'm a
the
With a
first
Vengeance
one.
guy.
I like With a Vengeance the best.
With a Vengeance, by far my favorite.
With Samuel L. and Jeremy Irons.
I would think The Matrix would get higher than John Wick just from the fact that it's
Agreed.
been out longer.
Agreed.
You're right.
And
I
it
bet.
means more. It'll live longer. Oh, crazy town. All right, celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Isaiah Thomas, speaking of NBA All-Stars, is 36. Deborah Ann Woll, that's Karen Page from Marvel's Netflix shows like Daredevil, The Punisher, and also one of the victims in Escape Room, is 40. Tina Majorino, that's Deb on Napoleon Dynamite. She's 40. Ashton Kutcher is 47. Steve Nash is 51. Chris Rock is 60. Garth friggin' Brooks is 63 years old. Eddie Izzard is 63. James Spader is 65. And Robert Smigel. He is
Triumph,
the insult comic dog. He's 65 years old.
Okay, two things. How's Pulp Fiction not listed?
I agree.
No Tarantino's on there.
No Tarantino.
I guess it's not really like you don't watch that with your kids.
Yeah, but these weren't family movies, though. You know?
I feel like a lot of them, you'd watch John Wick with your son. I don't know if you'd watch
I
Reservoir
have.
Dogs with him as a kid.
No. Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Bianca Pureheart. That's right, Bianca Pureheart. And today's birthday girl has been in 160 fine films, including 18 and Easy. She was in Army of Ass 7 and 10, in a movie called Billy Big Stick, California Creamin', The Chunky Girls Club 2, Eat My Feet, Homewreckers, Lesbian Swirl Fest 3, Mr. Camel Toe, Unconscious 5, and Who Could Forget Her Role? And 2005's and Lern's favorite, Meat Holes 5.
It's the best.
Why am I picturing like a donut? Or a donut shape?
Don't picture that.
I'm picturing
Hamburger.
Riz's meat hole because you
Nope.
said that at the colonoscopy
Come
they're going to
on.
find meatballs up
Yeah,
there.
dude.
Come on. Don't bring my meat hole into this. Bianca Pureheart is 42 years old. It's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, and we've got your Friday fail stories. It's 8:02. It is Friday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. The highways are clear. Your point forecast mostly clear today until some evening drizzle, high of 43. Right now it's 30 at the Point Studio.
And it's Riz. We are backstage at Point Fest, and say hi to POD. Hello, fellas.
Hello. What's up?
I can hear him right now saying hello. Welcome back to St. Louis. Welcome back to Point Fest.
Yeah. St. Louis.
St. Louis, indeed.
In house.
You like it here?
Oh, yeah. We've been coming here for many, many, many years.
Any?
I want to say a few decades.
Yeah.
It's been a while. For sure.
Any memories, special memories of St. Louis?
It is, but it's not a good one. We actually went to we were touring in a van back in the day, and we went to the movie theater by the train station. And it was like the only movie theater on the planet that's ever ran out of popcorn.
Really?
Yo, maybe you're like me and you got a house that's starting to look its age, feel its age, and do some different things. Maybe you got a basement and you have some waterproofing issues. This thaw, as that snow and this rain is happening and all that, maybe you're starting to not be able to deny all the things that are happening in your basement. Maybe you're looking at some foundation repair issues, some crawl space repair. You got to call Woods Basement Systems. Woods Basement Systems, the all things basement tea experts. Their staff is incredible. And there's a great offer waiting for you at this special website, moonloveswoods.com. Why do I love Woods? Because not only have they helped me with my basement issues and some of my friends' basement issues as well, just to make sure that we're all good. I had a front porch, a big old slab of concrete that was sinking into the ground. The earth was trying to retake it, and Woods helped me take it back. And they fixed it for good. This is not a situation that's, a temporary fix like the previous homeowner kept doing on this thing. Woods came in, educated me on how they were going to do it, how it's supposed to be done right, and installed piers. So this thing is up and it's good. It's concrete leveled for good. If you're having any sort of driveway issues, if your concrete's cracked and it's sinking, call them, dude. If they can raise a highway slab, they can help you with your driveway situation or your front porch situation like mine. Mine looked bad. It was a safety hazard, and I wanted all those things fixed and out of my mind, and Woods did that for me. Woods Basement Systems, the all things basement tea experts. Check out that special offer waiting for you at moonloveswoods.com. That's moonloveswoods.com.
So here we are, way back Point Fest. Goldfinger, everybody.
Shaka.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes. And so here's the thing, okay? John, first thing first. Seen the band a million times. Phenomenal band. You've changed members here, but now you've got a goddamn all-star team going on with our buddy Mike, and then we've got Phil here and Moon, and it's just...
Phil and Moon.
It's funny, he's never called me that.
I've never
Never
called
once.
you that ever. And I'm sorry, but that was the first thing that popped into my head.
Moon was telling me because I've known Moon a long time, and I've watched him transition into this amazing frontman of Greek Fire. It's just an incredible transformation that we've made from when I first met him with this afro out to here, and just this kid straight out of college. Did you go to college?
No, I did not go to college.
This kid straight out of high school. Did you go to high school?
I did go to high school. I even finished with a kid.
Okay.
Well, it's really
Me
great
too.
to have you guys. But how does Mike get in the equation? How does Moon get in the equation? How do you decide these guys? Because I know you, obviously, with the work you do as a producer, there's tons of musicians everywhere that you can get to be a part of Goldfinger.
I think the first time Goldfinger played with MXPX was probably 1996 up in Seattle.
Yeah.
Radio show.
Yeah, radio
and
show.
I remember same thing. Mike was a teenager when I first saw him play, whenever that was, and I've known him for forever and ever and ever. And I watched MXPX grow from an opening band into headlining bigger than Goldfinger. It was amazing watching. Look at this guy. He's such a handsome guy, great songwriter, great voice, great bass player, everything. And so when we just started talking one day, when Kelly joined Buck Cherry, it was sort of I had tours booked, and I'm like, who would be my first choice?
Right.
Mike Carrera would be choice one. And I called him, and it all worked. And here we are.
How about that?
Here we are. Still doing it.
Woo! And
Great new record, by the way.
And and it is. The knife is fantastic.
Yeah.
And I told Moon this, I don't buy CDs anymore. I'm a download vinyl guy. But I was buying something at the record store, and they had the knife right there at the display. And I was like, well, I got to get this. And it's fantastic. It's everything that I want in a Goldfinger record.
Thank you. How do you download vinyl, by the way?
I don't download vinyl.
I just want to know, because if there's some new technology on the radio that you know about, I need to learn.
Well, it's good to know that I'm getting crap from you after just meeting you for the first time. That's fantastic. But you know what I mean? I don't really buy the records anymore, but I...
Good people in bad circumstances. If you're looking for a car and you're thinking, all right, I'm going to go to the car dealership and I'm going to walk the lot, I'm going to pick out something, and a sales guy's going to grab me by the arm and throw me into a finance office, and they got some pencil pusher on the other side of the desk, and he's signing things, and he's handing it to me, I'm signing things, and next thing you know, we're done. And how much am I paying every month? Making a big purchase with finance, it's complicated, especially if you've had that hiccup with your financial situation. The Auto Loan Pro is going to help you get back on track. Little to no money down, he's going to work his ass off to get you the best rate possible. The Auto Loan Pro works with over 50 lenders to help you get the very best financing. And if you're trying to figure out why your credit is the way it is, go to autoloanpro.com and download the free Playbook to Success. If you're financing a car, there's one thing to know. Choose the Auto Loan Pro. Autoloanpro.com, autoloanpro.com.
I'm a fan, I'm a freaking nerd, I'm a big fan. St. Louis City has my heart, and Together Credit Union has made it so very easy for me. Not only have they dressed me well with this lovely scarf, but they gave me access to the St. Louis City SC Visa card. The credit and the debit card exclusive to Together Credit Union members, but it's gotten me 10% off food and bev in the stadium at the home opener. It got me 10% off at the team store, which is beautiful, by the way. And you know how Riz and I are super cheap with our time. We don't like to stop or wait in lines because we're prissy, we're crybabies, whatever. I got express entry because of this little card right here, so you can get it too at Together Credit Union. I love them. Go City! All for City!
All right, we are backstage at the pageant. Big.
All right, time for your Friday Fail Stories. So all these people, they thought they had the perfect plan, but my God. Went from that perfect plan sideways. And it became an Uber.
Yeah.
An Ultra.
No.
Dare I say it?
Just
not
do
do it.
it.
I'm going to do it mega. Here we go. Relax.
Fail.
Okay, thank you.
You sounded great, boss.
Boy, Lern gave it her all. Damn.
Yep, always does.
Friday Fail Stories, sponsored by
Moritz Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
What's going on with Kanye West?
Oh boy,
Oh,
he's on a rant.
you want me to
He is
read?
on a rant on the Twitters. My God.
I didn't get to this in time for crap on, and I open up my.
Well,
stupid
I'm sure
phone.
this will be news Monday.
And yeah, he just went on a very pro-Nazi rant on Twitter.
By pro-Nazi, what do we, I mean?
Like
what
he
is
calls him, he says he's a Nazi, and he, I can't even read. Honestly, I can't even read all
you
this.
can't read any of it.
I can't. He's mad about what we all said about his. He says he loves Hitler. He.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, go.
I'm a Nazi. I love Hitler. Now what, bitches? Hitler was so fresh.
He's trying
Call
to
me
stay
Adolf.
relevant.
Call me Adolf Hitler.
No.
And then he was talking about if anybody was making fun of my wife for dressing naked, she always been dressing naked, is what she said. That was what he said.
Cornier West.
Put him on suicide watch, dude. This dude is so nuts. And
so I was
trying
following
to
it for
stay
a while.
relevant.
Then he deleted a couple. They were in all caps all morning.
Yeah.
And then he deleted a few, and it stopped. and then in lowercase now he's back. So like the phone was turned off, and now it's back on, so it's not on caps anymore. And it's I got in the shower and thought of like 6 tweets. Let me see what I can remember. And then it's just a bunch of different tweets.
It is all for attention.
get those kids, Kim. Get those kids. Keep those kids. Do not let him have those kids.
I thought of like
Amen.
6 tweets.
He's a freak, dude, and not in the good way.
Yeah, he's got his problems.
I think he
Anyway,
needs help.
let's talk about people and their problems. Okay, Friday Fail Stories. We'll start off with one. It's death is involved. Sorry. Salt Lake City man was arrested for manslaughter after smoking weed with a buddy and shooting him after the friend said he could, quote, dodge a bullet.
Oh, the old bullet dodge, huh?
23-year-old Ashton Jonathan Mann was arrested just after 4 in the morning last Sunday on one kind of second-degree felony manslaughter.
What am I supposed to do? The guy told me this is what he wanted to do.
Ashton told cops he and a buddy had smoked some weed. We're talking about guns in the kitchen. He and the buddy later went into the garage, continued their conversation. They were handling 2 different handguns when the friend said he could dodge a bullet. Ashton told cops that he and his friend unloaded each gun before he pointed the firearm at the victim and pulled the trigger, with his friend trying to, quote, jump out of the way to prove he could move before the trigger was pulled. Ashton told the cops, yeah, we did this about 6 times. He said the final time, the gun fired, hitting his friend in the chest. Ashton said the friend asked him to call 911 because he'd been shot. He rendered aid to his buddy until first responders arrived at the scene. Cops found 2 handguns as well as ammo and magazines. Official also found drug paraphernalia consistent with marijuana use. Ashton taken into custody.
Failed.
Sad story, man.
A guy from Idaho used a homemade barcode-inscribed ring at Walmart's self-checkout to pay the price of a can of soup for expensive stuff. Now, this was kind of ingenious. So he had a ring, and at the bottom of the ring was a barcode. So it looked like he was scanning stuff, but instead he would just scan the barcode of his ring.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
And the barcode was attached to a great value tomato condensed soup, which was 70 cents.
Wow.
Says 32-year-old guy, Dylan Rockwell, admitted to ripping off the store on several occasions and was finally caught after ringing up the price of a can of soup for a $300 grill. So cops called to the Walmart last Sunday after reports of a theft in progress. They tracked it down to Dylan's house.
This cat came through self-checkout with a grill.
Yeah, and paid 70 cents.
He could have probably pulled this off for a decade if he didn't try to go through there with a grill. I was thinking,
Flew too close
wait till
to the
this
sun.
idiot tries a TV. But no.
A $300 grill.
He went for a grill.
Yep. They know, like Walmart knows when you do that stuff. They just like if you're like they keep track of all that stuff.
Oh yeah, that's what that little shiny thing is the all-seeing eye of the Walton family.
Yeah,
they know all that stuff.
And they probably, you know, they're probably going, meh.
They let some stuff slide.
He got some Pokemon cards.
Right. I bet you they let some stuff slide.
That's what I'm saying.
But when you keep coming back to do it, you're going to get bumped.
Flew too close to the sun.
Well, I got an epilady out of there. Got me one of them copper bracelets as seen on TV. I might as well go for the Weber.
The grill. Idiot.
Failed.
Many stores have apps and loyalty programs to entice shoppers to come back, but thieves can be loyal too. 33-year-old guy in Ohio named Seth Sires arrested recently after shoplifting from Walmart. Grabbed 2 $35 duffel bags in the store, stuffed them with other merch, walked out a fire exit. Walmart security called police. Seth was picked up later. Walmart was familiar with Seth because a couple years ago, they banned him from all Walmart locations after some previous incidents, including thefts. So Seth was apparently loyal enough to continue stealing from Walmart, even after they banned him. His rap sheet also includes thefts from Kroger and Dollar General. It's unclear if the stolen duffel bags were recovered, but
Failed.
Man's got good taste on his stores.
a Florida woman who was out on felony probation tried to run from officers during a traffic stop. So officers with the Port Orange Police Department pulled over an Uber driver in the early hours of January 24th after the driver made an unlawful U-turn at an intersection. So during the stop, the officer asked for the driver's information before turning his attention to the passenger, 34-year-old Alicia Dvorak. Alicia told the cops her name was Katie, and when officers ran her name, no results. Alicia then bolted from the Uber and tried to run away. Officers quickly caught up with her, arrested her on active warrants. While she was being cuffed, Alicia told cops, quote, "I had to try." One of the cops replied, "Not a good day to be you." To which Alicia replied, "My bad, guys." According to the police department, they also found cocaine and prescription meds without a valid prescription on her, taken to the Volusia County Brand Jail.
Failed.
This is like robbing a convenience store and saying they were just trying to show the security system wasn't up to snuff. So a guy in Florida, his name is Justin Sorcy. He was arrested for arson after he started 2 illegal fires in the Osceola National Forest. They were a lot bigger than a campfire. The Forest Service noticed the smoke and a slow simmering fire in grasses, brush, and trees. Justin admitted, "Yeah, I started the fires." Claimed he was conducting, quote, controlled burns, which he was permitted to as a sovereign citizen. That's right.
Oh, okay.
Love these guys.
I know about rats.
I know the law.
According to the FBI, sovereign citizens are anti-government extremists who believe that even though they physically reside in the country, they are separate from the U.S. and don't have to follow the rules.
You morons.
Not surprisingly, that did not fly. Cuffed, indicted for committing felony arson on federal property. Court date has not been set yet.
They should deport people that act like, yeah, I'm a sovereign citizen. Okay, see ya. All right, cool. You're of the world. Go ahead.
Get out of the world.
Enjoy the Gulf.
Many people don't like jury duty. And some are even willing to say things they shouldn't just to get out of it. But there are some people that should, I don't know, go along with the system. A judge in upstate New York was forced to resign after he made some wild statements during a jury screening process where he was a prospective juror. His name is Richard T. Snyder. In court transcripts, he said he was a judge, but that he could not be impartial. He said, quote, I know everybody that comes in front of me. They're guilty. They wouldn't be in front of me if they were innocent. And this is a judge saying this, trying to get out of jury duty. He was asked again if he could set aside any preconceived notions, and he responded, no, would not be fair. Naturally dismissed from the case. But the judge in that case reported him to the state officials. A judicial commission interviewed him. Richard, the judge, says he understood the defendants are supposed to be considered innocent until proven guilty, but that he still felt that people wouldn't be in court if they didn't commit crimes.
Oh, cool.
And he said his interpretation of innocent until proven guilty was that the guilty people were brought to court to have to be made official and get sentenced. He was forced to resign, and he agreed to never serve as a judge again.
Damn.
What?
Shakes my faith.
Failed.
Do you think he was just hates jury duty that much? Do you think he really feels that way?
He followed it. He followed it up in his interview. When the police were interviewing him, he was saying, "Yeah,
He's like, this is a trick. They're still trying to get me on
I'm
jury
all in.
duty."
I'm
He's
all in
like,
on this.
he was committed.
Two teenagers in Texas were arrested after allegedly approaching a pair of elementary school kids and asking, quote, you want to be kidnapped? Part of a viral TikTok prank. So 19-year-old Kane Villarreal and 18-year-old Lane Birch, both from Kyle, Texas. So you got Kane and Lane arrested on charges of terroristic threats last Wednesday. They asked a 7- and 9-year-old who were walking home from school if they wanted to be kidnapped. The kids were spooked, went right to the parents. Parents then called the police. Two were arrested. Kane and Lane both tried to defend themselves, saying, TikTok prank. TikTok prank. A letter sent to the parents from the elementary school praised the kids for their quick thinking, encouraged parents to consider talking with their kids about the importance of keeping vigilant in public.
Failed.
You know, the wheels came off can mean you failed spectacularly at something, or it could be more literal. A drunk driver in Connecticut was so hammered last Saturday she didn't realize, he's missing a tire. Someone near Greenwich, Connecticut called the cops around 11 o'clock. They said a car on I-95 was driving on 3 wheels all over the road. The driver was a 28-year-old. Cops caught up, confirmed the missing tire. The car was just emitting large plumes of smoke while in motion. You got the sparks going, swerving all over the place. Car was only going 30 on the highway. The driver sped up to 70 when they turned on their lights, but 2 cop cars boxed it in, got him to stop. DUI charges plus additional charges for reckless driving, disobeying an officer, failure to maintain a lane, and operating a motor vehicle with unsafe tires.
Failed.
Now, if you can't afford an Uber, you probably can't afford to buy a new car, right? So a while back, a guy in Florida named Jason went to a Hyundai dealership to finance a new vehicle. They looked into it, obviously ran his credit, they denied him. Jason got upset and then stole a car from the lot after noticing the keys were left in the ignition. And he got away with it briefly. Now, the authorities didn't have a problem tracking him down for 2 reasons. One, the car had a couple GPS sensors on it. Mm-hmm. And number 2, remember they ran his credit? So he had to give his address to the dealership when they were trying to do the financing thing. He admitted to police, I stole the car. I was denied the loan. So he had no choice because he spent his last $50 on an Uber to the dealership. He had to get home.
Failed.
All right, a couple more for you. Last week, police in Manchester, England, found a 22-year-old woman who was wanted for failing to appear in court for assaulting an emergency worker. Also, some drug offenses and theft. She was hiding under a pile of kids' toys at a house. Now, she'd been wanted for a couple weeks. Police had no idea where she was until somebody commented on a post on the police department Facebook page. This woman taunted police on the post looking for her. She wrote, "Hey, guys."
Here it is.
And they wind up tracking the IP address and
Whoops.
catching her.
Forgot about that.
Failed. There was a guy doing that here for a while. It was on one of the billboards. Like
Oh,
going
really?
to Illinois, that he's like, "You'll never catch me, bitches." He was like getting on all the police Facebook posts and like messaging them.
Oh, and they wind up catching him?
They caught him, but it took him a while.
Took him a
I
while.
don't think they caught him that way, but he was definitely like hopping on posts about him. He was taking pictures of the sign, like from a car, and he's like, "I see you're still looking for me."
Wow.
Posting him, and I was like,
Ballsy.
"Yeah, I mean, he got caught."
He's like the Stinky Cheese Man. Remember that like children's book, Stinky Cheese Man? Can't catch
No.
me, I'm the Stinky Cheese Man.
No.
What?
Look it up.
I don't know this book.
I think
a great
he wrote
book.
that book.
I probably did.
Classic American literature, huh?
It is. It's great.
And finally, this is one hell of a Florida man story. Is anybody still watching that Florida Man on, was it on
Watched it
I
all.
never saw it.
HBO.
on HBO Max?
Binged it.
Dude, this would
It's
be
an
a
amazing
great
show.
This would be a great episode.
Yeah.
36-year-old Dylan Devereaux arrested after sending cops on a wild chase, all while wearing a Dalmatian onesie.
Nice.
So Florida Highway Patrol tried pulling him over just after midnight on January 27th after they noticed him erratic driving in high speeds. Dylan tried outrunning the cops, crashed his car into a tree, made a run for it before cops shot him with a stun gun. He was stunned again while fighting the cops trying to cuff him. Somehow, Dylan, handcuffed in the Dalmatian onesie, escaped and ran into the woods. Canine unit tracked him down to his girlfriend's house, but she wouldn't let cops in because there were drugs inside, and she didn't, quote, want to go to jail. That led to both Dylan and the girlfriend getting arrested. He is facing several charges, including escape, battery on a cop, and possession of meth.
Failed.
He ran right to the girlfriend's
Yeah, you
house.
lead him back to more trouble.
To more trouble.
You dumb dog.
Bad dog. And those are your Friday fail stories.
Those are good.
All right, quick break. We'll come back. Rafe has this week's E-Memorium, and we'll get to some of your emails. It is 8:26. Sorry, 8:26. Friday, traffic and weather, Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. We have delays, 64 westbound between 70 and Clark Avenue. Average speed about 20 miles an hour. Your point forecast mostly clear till some evening drizzle. High of 47. Right now it's 30 at the Point Studio.
And if only you could make a deal with God, I know we'd eat places. Been running up that road, been running my heels, been running on the buildings and those places. If only I could. That was Kate W. Bush, Running Up the Hill.
Will there be celebrity guests on this show? Who does number 2 work for? Have you ever wondered what your boss's bathroom routine is like? Well, me neither. But we might find out today whether we like it or not on the number 2 show.
Kings at CasinoQueen.com has got the hookup for Valentine's Day. Guys, for those of you looking to make it a weekend to remember or a romantic getaway, you take advantage of a 30% discount on rooms. The discount, which may be redeemed using the promo code CUPID, C-U-P-I-D, is valid for stays for Friday, February 14th through Sunday, February 16th. More information can be found online. And look, if it's not a romantic getaway, they got you covered. Ladies, you don't need a man. Don't miss the Galentine's Day lunch special event, pop-up event, Sunday, February 16th. They got hourly seatings available from 11 to 2 p.m., $75 a person, and they hook it up, man. You get exclusive covered in chocolate takeover. Create floral arrangements with Noon Plus Moon. Craft custom bath salts with Mama's Rehab. Snap selfies at the AWS Balloons photo ops and enjoy a decadent brunch complete with elaborate charcuterie display. You know I'm a charcuterie slut. You can go be one, too. A Desertini station and bubbly bar. Everything you need to make your Galentine's Day rock. Plus, each attendee enters to win a Michael Kors purse set to give away valued at over $1,000. That's a $75 investment, $1,000 return, plus all of the great food and drinks and company with all the other gals at Galentine's Day. Space is limited. Purchase tickets in advance at DraftKings at CasinoQueen.com. For more information, go there, book your room, book your Galentine's Day, and if you think you got a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Bum, bum, bum. High from the outside, I mustered, called 1,000 times to say I'm sorry for all things that you've done. I tried to call you, but you were not home. No, you weren't home.
Hey, it's Blue October at Point Fest.
Hello.
All right.
Sorry, I had to do that.
No, that's all right. You do whatever you need.
We're
The next 10
back.
minutes are all about you.
Hey, Jeff's wife. Just want to say hi, Jeff's wife. Hi, Jeff's daughter. I love y'all.
So, okay, first and foremost, we were talking to Will just a second ago.
To Will, my boy.
Introducing me to Will.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that has become so apparent to me over time in meeting bands and talking to bands is that word chemistry. And how absolutely, positively crucial that is. And you can probably even like someone personally, but maybe not have that same musical connection. And it's got to be all of that.
It's got to be all
statement
that.
ever.
Yeah, you vibe with somebody. You can vibe with anybody, you know what I'm saying? But when you get musically, like the other night, take for instance, we played a show last night. And just backstage after the show, I was listening to some cool Miles Davis jazz, right? Mm-hmm. And then I went to Bill Evans jazz, and he sat down with me, and for 30 minutes, we just started discussing how piano and jazz and the art of rock and roll make us feel. And just by talking to us at the end of the conversation, we were going, woo, woo, I love what we do.
Yeah.
You know, and then when we're on stage, you can play chords, and this guy will go off. It's a chemistry thing. It's a bonding thing, but the true lesson for a new person in a band is whether you can live with them in the bus.
Right on. But you don't know that.
Some people don't shower, dog. Some people don't shower. Some people don't change their socks.
All right. Okay, but then what do you do when you like a guy that you're auditioning with or what have you, but then you start to do shows and you're like,
you sit down with them and say, we need to have a real big talk. I love you. And you would tell me if I have a booger on my nose, right? And he'd say, yeah. And I'd say, you got a big booger on your nose. And it's called, you need to take a shower.
And that's a legitimate conversation that you have had before.
Not with this guy.
No, well, right, because he's here.
Oh.
Decided to buy a home. Whoa, good for you. Stop renting, build some equity. Well, what are you going to do? What's your first step? You're going to call the realtor? No, you're going to call Kevin Putney first. Let's get the financing worked out for a couple reasons. Reason number one, not much house you could afford. And reason number two, when you do find your dream home and you got the mortgage already worked out, you're qualified, you're approved, if there are multiple offers on the table, you're going to be ready to go. You're at the front of the line. Kevin Putney makes the whole process easy and painless. Secure your dream home with more affordable financing with Kevin Putney. And maybe now's not the right time to refinance, or now's not the right time to buy a home. Just give Kevin a call. Get him all your information. He's going to track rate changes to make you get in at the right time, the optimal time. If you're looking maybe to do a new kitchen, do a new bathroom, access your home's equity for renovations or other major expenses, and get cash in like 5 days. That's Kevin Putney. That's the 123 Mortgage Team Advantage. 314-862-0123, 314-862-0123, online at 123mortgage.com. Kevin Putney, Equalizing Opportunity, all loans subject to underwriting approval, restrictions apply. Call for details. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC, NMLS 3029, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, 123mortgage.com, 314-862-0123.
This is Rizzuto. Not only is he rich, but he also has a lot of money. And he's looking to invest in the next big idea.
Hi, my name is Riz, and I have a lot of money. I mean, almost too much money. So I'm looking to invest, and I've asked the fellas to come on down to my office.
On Sunday, don't forget to check out my new podcast called The Spread Zone. It's a gambling podcast. It's with Anthony Stalter and Tim McKernan. Should be up there in your podcast feed now if you're a Riz Show podcast subscriber, or check it out on YouTube. It's about a half hour long if you're looking to get in on the action for Super Bowl Sunday, episode number 1 of The Spread Zone. Out now, wherever you get your podcasts. So Google released a bunch of stats ahead of Sunday's game, including the top chicken wing flavor each state is Googling more than other states, and the top dip. Now, they range from vegan buffalo cauliflower dip in Vermont. Yuck.
Oh, come on. Don't knock it till you try it.
To crack dip in Oklahoma.
What's that?
It's crack.
It's made with real crack.
Crack cocaine.
What's
Crack
in this?
dip.
It's so good. Crack.
Crack dip recipe. Here we go.
I love it. Give me more.
The more I eat, the less hungry I get.
You guys know what crack dip is?
I got it. Crack dip is made with cream cheese, sour cream, mayonnaise, ranch seasoning mix, garlic powder, shredded cheddar, bacon bits, 2 green onions.
That's right.
And just put it into your pie hole.
All good things.
That's great, isn't it? Doesn't it look excellent?
That's just great.
It's better than vegan buffalo cauliflower dip.
I would smoke that dip.
The crack dip?
Mm-hmm. I'd put that in a little pipe. Just rip it, freebase it. For the Super Bowl.
For the Super Bowl. Again, calories don't count on Sunday. Nationwide, the top 5 dips we're searching for: buffalo chicken dip, 7-layer dip, jalapeno popper dip, crab dip, and queso.
Do you have the average amount of calories we will consume on Sunday?
Do you have that number?
I have that number. Can you take a guess?
The average amount of calories we will consume on Sunday.
I read this yesterday.
The whole day?
Yep.
2,500.
2,400?
No. Over 3,000.
Over 3,000.
I bet between 3 and 5K.
$1, Bob. No, I'm going to say 3,000.
6,000 calories. I read it yesterday.
Yeah.
There is a stroke a-coming. It is 6,000 calories.
Well, if you eat 6,000 calories every day.
Some of us are standing too close to the edge, okay?
A stroke is a coming.
Don't push me, because I'm close to the edge.
I'm trying not
to. Detect.
Top appetizers. We're Googling. Philly cheesesteak sliders. Hawaiian roll sliders. Pigs in a blanket.
Love the Hawaiian roll.
Cowboy caviar. What's cowboy caviar? Those beans?
I hope so.
I think
sounds
it is.
That sounds brilliant.
I think it is.
Cowboy caviar.
Cowboy caviar, simple dip, thrown together in 15 minutes. Looks like it's a bunch of corn and
beans, right?
And beans. And let's see, we got like black beans, diced tomatoes, corn, some green pep, some
so Southwest salsa.
Yes.
Black-eyed peas
with beans,
with red onion and avocado. Oh, very healthy.
Cowboy caviar, and we're googling potato skins.
I know you're not gonna like this. I'm sure.
Probably. Try me.
Well, we talked. Remember, we called off the Super Bowl party. It's just gonna be my wife and I, and maybe a couple of the kids. And I said, but I bet you're still excited, to make some of the food. And she said, oh, definitely for the buffalo cauliflower. She does like I don't know what she does to it, but she makes like cauliflower type wings and covers them in the buffalo wing sauce. And dudes, I'm telling you, it's freaking great.
You were out of the room, and he was just crapping on all of that. Yeah,
Oh.
that exact thing he just said.
I'm so
was
sorry that I
totally
enjoy
trash and hates everybody who eats it. So
have you ever tried it?
No, he has not. Look at this man.
What?
If it don't got no, hey, if it wasn't walking a day before, I don't want it in my mouth. That's Scott Daniel Rizzuto.
It's good, dude.
How dare you?
However she makes it, because the first, she's done it a few different times. The first year it just felt like cauliflower covered in this thing, but she does something to it and crisps it all up and makes it.
Get
all
out of
good.
here with
You
that.
gotta be careful with that.
Dang.
You should have colon blow tomorrow.
I'm okay.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm okay. You know what my favorite dip is?
What is
Here's
it?
my favorite
Okay.
dip. Okay.
Let's hear this.
It's the French onion soup mix with a thing of sour cream.
Yes. Yes.
Basic
we're gonna have
bitch
that
central.
too.
Okay. I don't see no meat in that.
That's a
Well, that's
What?
nice.
Rafe?
that's a very inferior dip, but I mean, I'm not yucking your young buddy.
You know what it is?
It is
It's an old
delicious.
standby.
Yeah, man. You
It's
like
a warm
missionary.
hug.
That's cool.
It is a warm hug.
You're a missionary, man.
But you know, I'm still having sex.
That's
Let me ask.
good point.
Let me ask you this: where do you guys fall? Is this on the manometer, like the
on the
funfetti
ground.
dip? You know, you bring like the golden
No.
graham Teddy
Get
grahams,
outta
and
here
you
with
dip them
that.
into the funfetti.
If there's going to be a dessert at a Super Bowl party, I want it to be a dessert dip.
If you're gonna bring funfetti dip, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
What is that?
Why don't you just take a gander?
I don't
You're going
even
to
know
a
what
new
that is.
person's
You know what?
house. I
You know
hope
what
she
you
has
do?
some
You take
funfetti.
the cannoli cream and you get broken up cannoli
that's great.
pieces.
Okay, that's great too.
Fun?
I'm
They're
there.
not wildly different.
It's not.
Fetty.
You're
Funfetti
right.
dip.
The cannoli dip is
The cannoli dip with the broken cannoli shells.
Hey, I'll reluctantly F with the caramel apple dip if that's what's on. That's all that's on the table.
Say
I've
less.
never seen this before. Funfetti dip, a cake batter dip, sweet creamy dessert dip inspired by funfetti cake flavor.
You bring funfetti dip to the Tony Wars party you're having.
This is just cake icing. You're just dipping things in a cake icing.
It's there
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, dude.
Holy crap! That sounds awesome.
And
Does
it's
that sound
delicious.
bad to you or something?
It's kind of light.
No,
it's
I
not
just
like
never seen
thick
that.
You like a
icing.
thick
I'm hanging
communist
out
or
with the
something?
wrong family.
No, all you
In my
do is
mouth.
take a tub of that, a tub of the Pillsbury.
That's for no,
Pillsbury icing?
absolutely
The
not.
Pillsbury icing.
Sir,
Dude, basically that's exactly what this is.
Yeah,
you
of
mix
course
some
it
like
is.
sour cream in it or something. There's something that fluffens it up a little bit.
You
yes, I
whip
said
it.
fluffens.
You whip it up.
It's cream cheese and frosting and a couple other things. I mean, it's just bad on bad on bad, which
I
makes
wouldn't
it all
turn
good.
down the old. I don't know what it's called, but it's like kind of like a Waldorf salad, but it's got like Snickers and green apples in it.
What?
Like it's got like mini Snickers all chopped up with like green apples and like Miracle Whip, Cool Whip.
Great
Cool
Aunt,
Whip.
That's Great Aunt Kathy dip. Is
Yeah,
what that
I won't
is.
turn it down. It's pretty damn good.
The top searched cocktail recipes on Google, as far as Super Bowl goes, Jungle Juice. What?
It's like
Isn't that
punch.
something from high school?
It's punch with vodka. Probably.
Jungle Juice is just everything, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
You
Jungle
just
Juice
pour
is
a-
like when we did it in college, it was like Everclear.
We just put everything in there, right?
It was the 100 grain alcohol. Like you'd punch a hole in the TV for sure.
And drinking
We'd have
Jungle
like parties
Juice.
in our little Carbondale. What was that place called? That was next to Pinch Penny Pub, the little apartment division.
I don't know.
I lived in it, and I can't remember. But anyway, we would just have a Jungle Juice party and like mix it in a cooler that had a little
spigot on it.
Yeah, like an igloo cooler, and it was just. It was
It's just
high grain.
everything.
It was like grain alcohol.
Right, you got it in the liquor
all
cabinet.
kinds of fruit. You squeeze the fruit and you like let it soak inside of it, and it tasted
It'll
like
get you drunk
really
quick.
strong Kool-Aid. And then a lot of people cried.
Yeah, you know what? You probably put a jug of Kool-Aid in there too, or whatever, like cheap fruit juice.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it was.
So
Straight
they're
from the
googling
movies.
top Google search is for Jungle Juice, then Old Fashions, margaritas, espresso martinis, and Sazeracs, which is a drink popular in New Orleans.
Lewis Park. Thank you, chat.
3 other random things that are trending: charcuterie boards, football-shaped cookies, and Kansas City foods. What's a Kansas City food beside barbecue?
I don't know.
What's a Kansas City food?
Let me look it up.
Like at least St. Louis has got like, if you go St. Louis food, you get toasted ravioli.
Right. Barbecue, strip steak, lemon pie, chicken wings.
Lemon pie.
Lemon pie, quintessential
Boy,
Kansas City.
Your favorite.
Listen, Kansas City, yes, they got good barbecue, but they're pretty basic.
Lemon pie.
With
No
lemon
thanks.
pie.
Lemon pie.
Get the slice. I want the pie. Burn ends. That's not a Kansas City thing, is it?
Burn ends?
Strip
I don't know,
steak.
but I
It's
love
where
it.
the steak takes its clothes off.
Yeah,
It's pretty
baby.
cool.
Naughty.
Naughty little dirty steak. No malls on this.
Strip steak. Do it slowly.
Do it. Yeah, it's True Lies with Jamie Lee Curtis.
They're known for
Do it
cinnamon
slowly.
rolls, too.
Cinnamon rolls?
Now lie on the bed.
I love a cinnamon roll. Wish I had one right now.
Take off your clothes.
Now lie on the bed.
Now do it.
What? I thought
Hang
you
on,
just like to
rewind.
watch.
Rewind.
Now lie on the bed and close your eyes.
Do it. Put the thing by the
It's
phone.
time for Rafe Williams and this week's E-Memorium.
Hard transition. All right. Here we go. It's time for this week's E-Memorium. Those of you who aren't familiar, it's like the Oscars in Memoriam, except instead of honoring Hollywood legends, we're saying goodbye to things, people, and concepts that we've obliterated over the airwaves. Hot button topics, listeners we've upset, internet trolls who thought they could outsmart us, or even ourselves, our own terrible takes. It happens from time to time. No one is safe. So let's get it started. First up, this week's, I'm putting on my readers so you know it's serious.
Oh, yeah. Get them on, buddy.
Everybody go see it.
Here we go. This week's sponsor, Rachel M., who emailed last week saying, if we collectively send enough emails about despising the E-Memorium, can we get it shut down like the MyBookie commercial? No, you can't, but it will help me identify people I never want to hang out with. And you didn't shut the MyBookie commercial down, Rachel. I did a different one every week, so don't overestimate your influence because it's zero. I understand that the E-Memorium's not for you, and every week's not a home run, but it is a clever humor that serves as a fun weekly recap for a show that may not be your cup of tea, but a lot of people like it. And it's 8 minutes out of a 20-hour week of free entertainment, so maybe instead of complaining, turn the station or fast forward the podcast and realize you ain't the main character. Bye-bye.
Hi, Rachel.
First up this week, $2 billies. We made a decree this week that shook the grandpa community to its core, and they all hopped on their jitterbugs and called their grandkids to send us nasty emails. But we don't care. We're saying it. Enough with the $2 bills. Paying with a $2 bill don't make you special, okay? You ain't a time traveler wielding a rare treasure map from before the roaring 20s ruined everything with women's suffrage. It's just a dumbass monopoly money the government forgot to discontinue, capiche? Pop's going to swear they're worth more because they don't make them anymore, even though they very much do, okay? Constantly. He's going to pull out a Jefferson like he's about to blow a cashier's mind. Oh, what's that? You never seen one of these bad boys before? Yeah, they have, Grandpa. And guess what? You're just as annoying as the last guy who made him figure out what to do with it. And the worst part is, they know that you planned this. You didn't accidentally have a $2 bill on you. No one gets them as change. No one just stumbles into one. No, you walked into a bank and you asked for them. It's some sort of currency anarchist hell-bent on ruining a barista's day. But they're part of U.S. history. So what, old man? So are the Articles of Confederation, but we don't use them no more either. Bye-bye. Sorry, Moon. I know that was hard for you.
It's cool. It's cool.
Next up, Mothers Against Robo-Tripping.
Okay. Oh, boy.
We triggered some folks this week when we reintroduced a long-forgotten art of the late 1900s, robo-tripping. Yes, in the 1990s, when we couldn't get our hands on more illicit substances, for the weekend, we would make do by chugging an entire bottle of Robitussin, waiting 20 minutes, and then quickly entering the spirit world. Did you see the size of that chicken? Did you see the size of that cock-a-doodle goddamn do? We received quite a few emails from parents who were not happy that we introduced this concept of trailer park peyote to their children over the radio on the drive to school. Our bad. We are owning that, okay? But to be fair, we weren't advocating for white trash ayahuasca, okay? We were just raising awareness for folks who have to open their third eye but maybe a little strapped for cash. We're not all Aaron Rodgers, you know. We can't take a private jet to Peru, South America for a special ceremony run by a shaman where it's okay to poop ourselves and throw up in a bucket inside a luxury adobe hut. Some of us have to settle for taking a Buick Skylark to Cuba, Missouri to a KOA campground run by a guy with an insane clown posse neck tattoo and poop ourselves and throw up inside a pop-up camper. Either way, you get diarrhea and enlightenment, but for one, you need $15,000 and a passport, and the other you need $10 in gas money and a Walgreens app. Either way, you end up seeing a large-breasted goddess, presumably what the ancient Greeks called the eternal feminine, whose wombs radiate life force. Then your chosen spirit entity appears before you and thrusts her hands into your solar plexus. She examines you, begins to make adjustments to your core chakras, ripping away layers of trauma from your heart like she's shucking corn. then you have a profound sense that this spirit, or whatever she is not a product of your drug-addled mind, but just a sentient being, a healing spirit who's come to help you. That concept comes from gender essentialism, which posits that males and females have different core essences. It is an accepted philosophical truth until thinkers such as Simone de Beauvoir discredited the notion as a patriarchal construct. But after experiencing robo-tripping, you're going to argue that the ancients got it right, because each time you tussle with the tussin', you've had almost overwhelmed by what you can only describe as a feminine life force. Intense visions of fertile goddesses and earth mothers pulsing with energy of life itself. And if you're a man, you start to weep uncontrollably and purge the shame of all the times in your life that you treated a woman as a lesser being, because now, being stripped of your male ego, you see the truth that women are the daughters of the cosmos and the bodies were tasked by the universe to carry the sons that you can only hold.
How did we get here?
And that this sacrifice is the only true pathway that leads directly to the eye of God. And if you're lucky during this process, you'll be dressed as an Aztec warrior carrying a cool spear. Then you crap your pants. Sorry, that's inevitable. But other than that last part, we would argue, pretty cool way to spend your Saturday night. Sorry about your kids. Bye-bye. Sorry, I'm robo-tripping right now.
That's okay. That was
I don't know how
good.
we got there.
I'm on
That was
Saturn
a long
right now.
journey.
Next up, toilet paper deniers. I can't believe that people actually emailed to defend this, but we found out about a special breed this week, something truly disturbing. Hide your kids. The loss of human decency, sanitation, and the social contract that says we all agree to wipe our asses like normal people. Because somehow in the year of our Lord, 2025, there are folks out here, full-grown, allegedly functioning adults, who've decided that their little bungholes are too good for TP. Instead, they've chosen poop rags. That's right.
Okay.
Washable, reusable, communal, multi-use poop rags. Muck mittens, sphincter chamois, anus aprons. Get my drift? I hope so. I have so many questions. First of all, why? Did you lose a bet? Do you hate yourself? At what point did you look at a perfectly good roll of Charmin and think, nah, I'd rather take my chances with the Hershey handkerchief full of biohazards? Ugh. Thank you for shuddering, Riz. And don't even try to hit me with the, but it's cleaner argument. Oh, yeah? You think wiping with the reusable ass towel is somehow less disgusting than just flushing your shame down the pipes like a civilized person? Let me tell you something. If your idea of hygiene involves a laundry basket full of booty napkins marinating in their own poo particles like the Hadron Collider, you've completely lost the plot, my friend. And where? Where do you keep these butt mud flaps exactly? In a pile? In a bin? You just have a designated turd towel section in your house? God forbid guests show up and accidentally grab the wrong one. Oh, what's that?
I use this on my face.
Exactly. Oh, what's that? What'd you say? And I'm not making this up, guys. You keep a full-size beach towel for emergencies that you call the tummy towel? Get the out of here. We're good on your dingleberry duvet, okay? Here's an idea. Flush your shame and nobody has to wonder where your duty hanky collection is hiding, all right? Bye-bye. Wish I had a flushing noise. Oh.
Sorry.
Thank you. Finally, this is a big one. This hurt a lot of people. People under Keith Urban's secret alien trance.
Oh my God. Triggered.
We pissed a lot of Keith Urban fans off this week when we shattered the illusion that Keith Urban is anything remotely human. That's right. We're finally exposing the truth. Keith Urban is an illegal alien. Not because he's from Australia. He's literally an extraterrestrial being. A tiny reptilian overlord piloting a flesh suit, and his hair is the key to the entire operation. I mean, look at that hair. It's unnaturally smooth, gravity-defying, perfectly sun-streaked mystery. It never gets messy. Never. Not in the wind, not in the rain, not after a 2-hour set under stage lights that Moon can attest is hotter than the surface of the goddamn sun.
That's right.
It does not move. And do you know why? Because it's not hair. It's a bioengineered alien exoshell designed to protect the tiny intergalactic lizard king living inside his skull. Still don't believe me? Let's run through a few more facts of hard evidence, shall we? Okay. First of all, no one ages like that. Keith Urban's been on this earth for over 5 decades, and his face remains the same. Huh? That ain't genetics, folks. That's advanced extraterrestrial dermal regeneration technology. We're talking space Botox, lizard DNA rejuvenation, cryo sleep in a secret underground bunker beneath the Sydney Opera House. Wake up, sheeple.
And what about his accent?
Yes.
Oh, wow. The man's Australian, but the second he starts singing, Southern drawl, nah. That's not how voices work, dude. That's a frequency distortion caused by his alien vocal modulator struggling to sync with Earth's linguistic patterns. Oh, blowing your mind yet? Guess what? We ain't done. Here's the kicker. The wig theory. The wig theory? Oh, yeah. I got a wig theory.
Solar battery.
When not if, but when the hairpiece gets removed underneath it, you will find a fully exposed, fleshy cockpit, and inside, a 3-inch tall reptilian commander gripping 2 tiny levers steering Keith Urban's body like a goddamn Gundam. And that little alien will have the exact same John and Kate +8 haircut. Same streak, same effortless layers. The lizard ain't just wearing the man, he's cosplaying himself at full size. Nicole Kidman knows. You think she don't? She was a Stepford wife, and now she got herself a Stepford husband. That's why she's always looking so skittish in interviews. She's seen the tiny Keith inside the bigger Keith. She's probably held him in her hand like a baby hamster and lets him crawl up inside her at night to sleep. And he trusts her. It ain't Nicole's first rodeo. She was married to Tom Cruise. Dude, she knows all about Xenu and ain't never said a goddamn thing. If she speaks, she gets beamed into a spacecraft shaped like a cowboy boot and sent to Keith Urban's homeworld. Still on the fence? Well, here's a little X-file for you. Keith Urban has won 15 Academy of Country Music Awards, 14 Country Music Association Awards, and 4 Grammys. And for the love of Pete, no one can name a single Keith Urban song. Not
True.
one.
Not one.
Not one. Go ahead. We'll wait. Just try to hum one for me. You can't, can you? And you know why you can't? Because they don't actually exist. Accept it. Keith is an alien scout. His hair is an intergalactic deception device, and we're all being manipulated by his reptilian charm. The real question is how many are there, and do they all play country music, and how many of these little goddamn reptilian bastards are living inside Jelly Roll right now? So to Keith Urban, should I say Commander Kazorth from the planet Honky Tonk 7, we're on to you, bye-bye. Leap glorp. And as far as real RIPs go, good news. As far as we know, nobody died this week. Congratulations.
Woo!
All right. And that concludes this week's E-Memorium. All right. Thank you, Rafe.
Very good.
And adios to all we lost.
R.I.P.
Thank you. R.I.P. everybody. Poop towels and all. All right. There's too much bed left. All right. Thank you, Rafe. Well done. All right, listen, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Let's give away some stuff. We got tickets to go see Morrissey playing the Factory May 12th. We got tickets to go see Disturbed, 3 Days Grace, 7 Dust, March 2nd over at Enterprise. We got tickets for Point Fest featuring 311, The Urge, Toadies, Finger 11, and more. Saturday, May 17th at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. And we got tickets for Palais Royale, February 16th over at the Pageant. Quick game, we'll play gay bar or steakhouse. It's been a while. We'll get you on the phone, 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. Rafe will read you the name of a business. You tell us if the establishment is a steakhouse or a gay bar. You get 1 Moon Lifeline. But whatever Moon says is 100% binding. And he has been known to lose tickets for people before. And win tickets for people. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm a 500 club, you know?
Right. 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. Gay bar or steakhouse. Next. 8:56. Friday, traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Highways are clear. Your point forecast mostly clear until some evening drizzle tonight. High of 43. Right now it is 31 at the Point Studio.
Here's something that I firmly believe, and we're just going to start the interview here because it just seems like a good place to pop off. But I want the artist to do what the artist wants to do. If you want to make 5 radio songs in a row, great. If you want to make 5 fan tracks in a row, great, because I feel like it's your art. So who the hell are we to tell you when it needs to be a radio single or when it needs to be this or that? It needs to be whatever the hell you're feeling, whenever the hell you're feeling it.
Yeah, and you're right. It froze a little bit. Popular Monster was not supposed to be a radio song.
Talking about how expensive grocery items are. Oh, man, food shopping is expensive nowadays. Well, here's some good news and big news from Schnucks. Schnucks has lowered the prices on over 2,300 items around the store. Yeah, that's a huge number, 2,300 items. And they've marked down prices on things like Jack's Pizza, Honey Crisp apples, Ore-Ida potatoes, Tyson Family Pack chicken, organic girl salad kits. Even those like big, like 32-ounce Chobani yogurt tubs, stock cold brew coffee, new lower prices on all that stuff. And by lowering prices on over 2,300 things, Schnucks is bound to have lowered the price on something you love, some of your favorites. All you got to do is head to Schnucks, check out the digital shelf tags around the store, and find tons more stuff with lower prices. And don't forget to download the Schnucks Rewards app. You'll find a ton of savings on there as well. Now, that's everyday savings you can count on, all at your local Schnucks. New lower prices every day on 2,300 items.
Who is Trailer Trash Tammy? What happens when you combine random internet trends into a single video? What is a mukbang? And are we so desperate to be distracted from our own reality that we resorted to binging videos of people shoveling anything edible into their face hole? More on that today on The Number 2 Show. Welcome back to The Number 2 Show. Today, forget sex, drugs, and rock and roll, baby. We've got something that tops them all and is twice as indulgent. Mukbangs. Mukbangs sound like something that would require a lot of explaining if your mom caught you watching one on the family computer. But turns out it's not something you find on Pornhub. It is kind of like food porn, though, where you witness the hard pounding of thousands of calories. So follow me through the glory hole for today's main topic, mukbangs. Mukbangs aren't for the faint of heart. It's culinary hedonism broadcasted in HD. We've got professionals like Nick Avocado eating his view count in calories, or amateurs deep-throating corn dogs like they're auditioning for Bret Michaels' Rock of Love. Gives a whole new meaning to the song on Skinny Bop. And if not these two things, then there's whatever the hell this is.
Hi guys, today we have dragon breath puffs and liquid nitrogen.
There's a lot going on in this video. Is it a cute cat video, ASMR, a mukbang? Are we even allowed to assign conventional labels to our videos anymore? Let's just say this video is genre fluid. Blowing on liquid nitrogen, I guess to cool it off? It's negative 320 degrees, lady. I don't think you're going to burn your tongue. I like how it says, this is so much fun. But for who? Is this entertainment? I don't know, but I am rock hard, so there's something happening here. But not all mukbangs are gluttonous or bizarre.
How great Together Credit Union is for our community. And Together Credit Union has this Together Foundation Community Scholarship Program that I want to tell you about. This is designed to help offset the costs associated with post-secondary education expenses for students attending university or college, two-year college, business, a technical or trade school during the fall semester of 25-26 school year. Now this year, Together Foundation Community Scholarship Program is offering up to 5 $1,500 scholarships for residents who live and work in the St. Louis City, St. Louis County, St. Charles County, Jefferson County, live and work in Madison County, Illinois, even St. Clair County, Illinois. So check that out. They're looking for applicants, between 15 and 23 to apply. Submit an application packet that includes an official high school transcript, an acceptance letter from your college of choice, a letter of recommendation, and a written or a video essay. And you can do that at Together Credit Union, togethercu.org. There's 14 area locations. Again, this is just such an incredible thing with the Together Foundation Community Scholarship Program. They've been serving our area for 80-plus years, and they're always involved in helping out the community. That is who Together Credit Union is. Now, they are accepting applications up until Monday, March 31st, but, that's not a lot of time. That's less than 2 months, so get on it. Check out togethercu.org.
Hey, it's Blue October at Point Fest.
Hello.
All right. Sorry, I had to do that. No, that's all right. You do whatever you need.
We're
The next 10
back.
minutes are all about you.
Hey, Jeff's wife. Just want to say hi, Jeff's wife. Hi, Jeff's daughter. I love y'all.
So Okay, first and foremost.
In just under 1 hour, Can You Feel the Punk Tonight tickets go on sale.
That's right. Tickets going to be on sale 10 a.m. So
yeah, 58
get on
minutes.
It. Now, there's a
payday.
Yeah. Say what?
It's payday today.
Oh, Friday. It is Friday. You're right.
So, hey, man.
This is a perfect opportunity, by the way, because what sells out first is the family 4-packs. The family 4-packs is a discounted price. Those things go real fast. So get on it, 10 a.m. We got a 3 p.m. show and the 8 p.m. show. Both super high energy, both family friendly. But the 4-packs, I believe, are only available for the 3 p.m. show. Get on those. Those go really, really quickly. You can go to the website, 1057thepoint.com, or just go to thepageant.com and get tickets at 10 a.m. today.
And the date on the show is?
May 3rd, Saturday, May 3rd, a 3 p.m. show and an 8 p.m. show at the pageant.
All right. Get on it. Get your tickets. Let's sell this out today. Let's sell this out in 5 minutes, all right? That'd be great. 5 minutes, sell out?
That'd be so tight.
Get on it, guys.
Sell it out.
Now.
I dare you.
Yeah. He dares you. Okay, let's give away some stuff. All right. We've got tickets to give away, a ton of tickets. And today's contest is sponsored by
CarStar.com. This is a locally owned company, nationwide guarantee. CarStar.com for local for local locations for your CarStar auto body repair experts.
All right, we're playing Gay Bar or Steakhouse. Rafe's going to read you the name of a business, and you tell us if the establishment is a steakhouse or a gay bar. 2 out of 3 right, you win. You have a Moon Lifeline if you need it. Tickets while supplies last. A couple tickets to go see Morrissey, playing the Factory. We got Disturbed and 3 Days Grace tickets, Point Fest tickets, and tickets for Palais Royale. All right, let's go to line 1. Hey, who's this? Hello, Glenn Carbon. Is it Season?
Is it Glenn in Carbon?
Oh, hi. What's your name?
Season.
Season, like S-E-A-S-O-N?
Yep.
What kind of name is that?
It's an awesome name.
It's a great name, but it's an unusual name.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
Mama gave me a weird one.
Are you named after somebody?
Decide between summer or autumn and just named you Season. And I like
my mom liked the name after a B-rated horror film actress. She used to be married to Kurt Russell in the late 70s, early 80s. Her name was Susan Hubley.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I got a TV name, too. I can relate.
That's the story we were looking for.
All right.
General Hospital name. I'm rooting for you, bud.
Well, I see the name Season pop up on my screen. I think, Lern made a mistake.
Right there.
It's his Season.
Season Hubley.
There is Season Hubley.
Oh. I didn't make a mistake.
I know. Listen, you're not normally the one to answer the calls.
Right.
And sometimes, an erroneous keystroke. I don't know. I see the name.
I'm good at my job, dude.
I see the name Season on the screen.
She's got a cool name. Kurt Russell's her dad. I don't know, dude.
Your dad is Kurt Russell. That's wild. All right, Season, here we go. Gay bar or steakhouse?
All right.
Remember, you have a Moon Lifeline if you need.
You better, with a name like Season, you better know a steak when you
buckle up.
Here we go. Club Paris in Anchorage, Alaska.
Ooh. I'm going to go gay bar.
Club Paris is a steakhouse. 0 for 1.
Oh.
Season, come on. Next.
Here we go. Comeback time, Season.
All right.
Adam's Apple in Detroit, Michigan. Adam's Apple in Detroit, Michigan.
Any hints here?
Got a lifeline. If you want it.
Adam's Apple.
Adam's Apple. Just give us an answer.
All right. Let's go for gay bar.
Show me gay bar.
You did it.
Comes down to this.
All right, Season.
This before the season changes.
Here we go. Silverado in Portland, Oregon.
Silverado.
I'm going steakhouse.
Show me steakhouse.
Gay.
Oh.
It was not the season today, unfortunately.
We lose Season. All right.
It's a bummer. I was rooting for
Steven in Hazelwood. All right, here's Steven. Let's go.
Steven, the Blazing Saddle in Des Moines, Iowa.
Let's go steakhouse.
Steakhouse.
Gay.
All No.
Oh, man.
That was a gay bar. Next.
Fred and Steve's in Lincoln, Rhode Island. Fred and Steve's.
Steakhouse.
Steakhouse, yes.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Albatross in Queens, New York. Albatross.
Gay bar? Gay.
Yes.
Nice.
Winner.
Hang on, Steven. What do you want? What do you want, Steven?
Disturbed.
Disturbed. All right, we're down to our final pair. Hang on.
Crap burger?
Okay. Let's go to Keith in Wright City. Good morning, Keith.
Good morning.
All right, Keith. Gay bar or steakhouse?
Good luck, Keith. Iowa Cattleman's Beef Quarters in Des Moines, Iowa.
Steakhouse.
Yes. Okay, next.
I wanted it to be a gay bar.
Me too.
Hunt Club in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin.
Steakhouse.
Yeah. What?
Boom.
Just like that, man.
Nice.
Just like that. High-speed internet.
Oh, I got to see what he wants. Keith, what do you want?
Point Fest.
Point Fest. You are going. Hang on. All right, Ryan in Crystal City. Hello, Ryan.
Good morning, Riz Show. Happy birthday, Riz.
Thanks, buddy. Here we go.
Good luck, Ryan.
Thank you, sir.
Harry and Izzy's in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Let's go gay bar.
Steakhouse. Okay, next.
The Lucky Horseshoe in Chicago, Illinois.
Can you help me out, please, Moon?
Oh, boy.
The Lucky Horseshoe in Chicago, Illinois, the greatest city on the planet.
And Chicago. It could go either way. Show me Sizzling Hot Gay Bar.
Gay bar.
Gay.
Yeah, all right. And it comes down to this, Ryan.
Ryan, here you go. In Between in Honolulu, Hawaii.
So that's the name of the place. In
name
between.
of the place is In Between.
Let's go gay bar.
Show me gay bar.
Gay.
You got it, brother.
Got it. You got it, Ryan. What do you want?
Disturbed, please.
Disturbed. That's it. Final pair of tickets goes to Ryan. Hang on. All right, Josh, Lake St. Louis. Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Hey. Good morning, Josh. Let's play gay bar or steakhouse.
Good luck, Josh. The Stockyards. The Stockyards in Phoenix, Arizona.
Let's do gay bar.
Steakhouse.
Oh, God.
Next.
Strip House in New York, New York. Strip House.
Let's do Lifeline, please.
Lifeline.
Moon
Say
Valjean.
again.
Strip house.
Strip House.
Sizzling Hot Steakhouse.
Show me steakhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Moon.
Yeah, man.
All right. Josh, it's up to you on this one.
You're on your own, pal. Here you go. Peckers in Nashville, Tennessee. Peckers in Nashville, Tennessee.
Let's do gay bar. Gay.
Yeah, see, in New York, it wouldn't be that on the nose.
Yeah.
In Nashville, it would.
Speaking of on the nose, you been to Peckers?
Josh, what do you want?
Not.
What do you want, Josh?
Point Fest tickets,
Point
please.
Fest. You're going. We'll see you down there. Hang on. All right, Aura, hello.
That sounds like something.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, let's play gay bar steakhouse.
Pecker nose.
Right.
All right. Good luck. The Raven in Anchorage, Alaska. The Raven.
Raven. I'm going to go gay bar.
Gay bar.
Gay.
Yep. Okay, 1 for 1, Aura. Here we go.
Eagle, Portland. Eagle,
I'm sorry, six.
Oh, well.
Eagle?
Yep.
Sorry,
let me
I'm
finish.
sorry.
That's okay. Just let me
All right,
finish.
shut up a second,
We'll get
okay?
Eagle, Portland in Portland, Oregon.
Steakhouse. I don't know.
Gay.
Technically, I think every bar in Portland's gay.
Yeah, I think so. Comes out of this.
Firebirds in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Firebirds.
Can I use Moon?
Yes, you
Oh,
can.
boy. Firebirds.
Firebirds.
Firebirds. Over in Virginia, you said?
That's in Maryland.
Gaithersburg, Maryland.
Oh, shoot.
In Gaithersburg.
Show me. Steakhouse?
You got it, brother. That's a chain. We have one of those.
Thank you, man.
Oh, there's a Firebirds over in Streets of St. Charles.
All right, Ara, what do you want?
Point Fest, please.
Point Fest. See you over there. Hang on. All right, couple more. Two more. Kevin, hello.
Hey.
Kevin in O'Fallon, Missouri. Here we go, Kevin.
Good luck, Kev. Here we go.
Thank you.
Side porch in Bartlett, Tennessee. Side porch.
Ooh. I'll go steakhouse.
You want it? You got it. Okay. Next.
Rails in Tawaco, New Jersey. Rails.
Tawaco.
Tawaco, New Jersey. Rails.
Gay bar.
Gay. Steak. All right, comes down to this.
Dirty Dan's in Bellingham, Washington. Dirty Dan's. Come on down to Dirty Dan's. What do you get when you go to Dirty Dan's?
I'll go gay bar.
Show me gay bar.
Nope. Dirty Dan's is serving up the best prime rib in the Washington area.
Okay, one more contestant, Al in Bell Vegas.
What up?
All right, Al, let's end on a high note here. Here we go.
All right, Al. The Broken Spur Inn in Torrey, Utah.
Go steakhouse.
Yes, steakhouse. Yes. Next.
Yes.
The Pumping Station in Nashville, Tennessee. The Pumping Station in Nashville, Tennessee.
Give me Moon's Lifeline.
Moon.
This is the toughest one.
You ever been down? You ever had the bone-in ribeye at the Pumping Station in Nashville, Tennessee?
You ever been boned down at the pumping station? Shoot. You know what? I'm going to bat 1,000 here, but go against the Peckers from Nashville being right on the nose right there. The pumping station, I'm batting 1,000 with steakhouse.
Gay.
Right on the nose.
I'm
On the nose.
Gosh dang it.
All right.
Comes down to this. You're on your own, Al.
The pumping station and Peckers. It's like a law.
Come on,
like you have
dude.
to make it obvious down there.
You're right across the street from each other.
Yeah, you don't want any cowboys accidentally wandering in. That's how bar fights start. They got to be on the nose in Nashville. The Hideaway in Atlanta, Georgia. The Hideaway.
Oh. All right, gay bar.
Show me gay bar.
Gay.
They're going to
nice.
Yes. All right, you're going to Point Fest, Al. Hang on one second,
Al.
okay?
I almost blew it for
Thank
him.
you.
Sorry about that.
All right.
You did pretty good today, though.
We did learn a lot about Nashville. I will
and
commit that to memory.
I think you did great.
Yeah,
You killed it.
Those two are in competition with wieners.
The law of averages. The law of averages. You were right. You made the right call.
Yeah, I mean,
It had to go the other way eventually. It was too on the nose.
It might as well have been
stats,
the
but-
gay bar in Nashville, Tennessee.
Butt stuff in Nashville, Tennessee.
Wangs only.
All right, we'll take a break.
Jeez, man.
All right, Moon's got sports. If we got time, maybe some emails. I don't know. I don't know what's happening today.
All right.
It's 9:16. It's Friday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. The highways are clear. The point forecast mostly clear till some evening drizzle. High of 43. Right now it is 32 at the Point Studio.
Is our guest on the phone?
There's some guy named Bert on the phone.
Oh.
Bert.
Hopefully
That's the guy who's supposed to be calling, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Ladies and gentlemen, the machine, Bert Kreischer on the phone.
Hey, man.
That was well played, gentlemen. That was well played.
Well, we're expecting a call from Bert Cummings, too, so we're not sure.
Oh, okay, good.
You know, it's funny. I told my son yesterday, I was like, hey, I have one of my favorite comedians on the show tomorrow. He goes, awesome, you have Kevin Hart on. I go, damn it.
My daughters and I saw Jumanji, the first one, for the first time, and I was.
You've done your research. You've seen how expensive hockey can be. Well, I got some great news for you. First Community, they know how to make your dollar go so much further. If you're looking to get your kids into hockey, or maybe your niece, nephew, whatever it is, go to First Community and ask them about the Little Blues program. They've teamed up with the St. Louis Blues, who offer a low-cost learn-to-play program, which lets kids ages 4 through 9 who've never got to participate in organized youth hockey get an opportunity, get out there on the ice for 6 weeks over at the Centene Ice Community Center, same place the Blues practice. They get out there, and they're going to have a wonderful time learning and seeing if they truly want to get into hockey. And the best part is all for a reasonable cost. And again, First Community makes your dollar go so much further. Your kids are not only going to get that 6 weeks of on-ice instruction, but all their equipment is included with the registration fee as well. The helmet, the stick, the pads, yes, and even those skates. Absolutely incredible. It's a great way to find out if your kids truly are interested in hockey before you start investing thousands. So go to First Community, ask them about the Little Blues program, swing by any of their 40-plus convenient locations throughout the metro area, firstcommunity.com.
How are you, everybody? Donnie Fandango, and I am very lucky, and I know I'm nervous because my hands are sweating like crazy. I got Pete and Sam from Chevelle. Gentlemen, welcome back. It's really great to see you.
Hey, it's good to be seen. Good to be here, Donnie.
Well, and it feels like there was a number of years where we were running into each other a couple of times a year, but now it's been, I would say, probably 3 years, and it feels like forever, but you're back with great new music, guys. Welcome back.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, it does feel like forever.
So let me ask you, the break between records was the longest of your career. I'm sure you're going to get this question 6 billion times and have already, but it was a long break. What was going on during that time? Was it just a record that took a little while longer to make?
Yeah. We were doing records almost every 2.5 years, roughly. Yeah. And I think I hit a wall and I just needed a little more time. I think I kind of like, we don't learn very quickly. We learn by mistakes mostly. So we decided, hey, let's add another year. Well, that year turned into an extra year and because of COVID and all that. So we wrote a ton of music. And then in 2019, we went back to the drawing board and wrote another 6 songs because
plus we did a long tour in 2019 too.
Yeah, we had
from writing.
A good opportunity that came up that we didn't want to pass up. And then so we kind of had a collective thing where we came together and say, hey, I don't think half of these are good enough. So our producer pushed us and we came out. So anyway, I wrote Self-Destructor at the end of 2019 and a host of other songs. And we needed to record those in March of 2020. That was right when COVID was kind of hitting, right? I guess everybody has their own time frame of that. But for us, we were in LA and it was March 5th and it was really starting to crack down in LA. And we finished the album up and then skedaddled back home March 18th. So
yeah,
then it turned in, we were like, okay, so when do we put the record out? Let's hold for a minute. And then we got into the summer and we were like, Sam and I are freaking out. We're like, let's just put it out. So we've been trying to put this album out since summer of 2020, but we had some disagreements. It's weird. It's a weird time. We didn't know what was right. So we held off. But then I had an epiphany. I woke up and I was like, one day I was like, Sam, dude, let's just do whatever it takes to get it out. We need to feed the fans. We need to feed ourselves creatively. Let's just put it out. It is what it is. I don't want to sit down any longer. So the label agreed, and this is where we're at, and now we're promoting. So couldn't be happier with the response, though. So thank you.
And I want to ask about Self-Destructor, because to mine, and I've been a fan of you guys for, a long time. And I looked, by the way, Self-Destructor is at least the 17th Chevelle song that we have played on the Point over the course of your career and our career.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's insane.
But this, to me, this is the long,
Sports fans, great news. Underdog is available for us to play here in Missouri. Now, the best app for the big game is not in a bowl, in a crock pot, or on the TV. It's on your phone. Underdog is the easiest way to get in on the action and cash in on your sports knowledge. Just pick higher or lower on player stats, yards, touchdowns, interceptions, and more. And you could win up to 1,000 times your money. It's simple. I've been using Underdog all season long. And for the big game, you lock it in on Patrick Mahomes. You lock it in on Saquon Barkley. You think you know better than the experts? Make your picks in just a couple taps and ride along. And with Underdog's cash-out option, you could win whenever you want. Just tap the Win Now button. Plus, if an early injury ruins your entry, Underdog Rescues has your back with a promo refund. Underdog is the best place to play champions. Sign up now with promo code RIZ, R-I-Z-Z, and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. And if you're in Missouri, you'll get an extra $50 when you play your first $5 entry. Must be 18 and older and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. $10 deposit minimum. See UnderdogFantasy.com for terms and conditions. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. Hey, I got some bad news.
What?
So remember yesterday we were talking about that asteroid that could possibly maybe hit Earth in 2032?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And remember yesterday it was a 1.3% chance?
Yeah.
1.3%.
It has now increased to 1.4?
It is now 1.9%.
Whoa.
Literally last night,
catastrophically
they
big.
increased the chances.
This asteroid's listening to the show and saying, Watchmen now.
Time Lord tried to warn us.
Yeah, this is a 300-foot asteroid. They say, it's not a planet destroyer, but when it hits, it's not going to be great.
No.
And it'll be a huge ass impact, huge ass crater, could kill people.
Right.
But they increased the chance of it happening to 1.9%. That's not good. And there was, I don't know if anyone remembers this, back in. When was it? 2000. There was a real close one. 2004, I want to say. There was an asteroid that had like a 3% probability of hitting.
You kidding? What happened?
It didn't hit.
Oh.
It didn't hit, and it was bigger too.
Guys, the Earth is getting hit by things every day. Meteorites, materials flying through space. We'll be all right. And if we're not, it's fine.
But they say like, I guess there is there are people that watch these things, and if there is a probability of hitting Earth at a certain percentage, they like gather together and watch this thing like really close. So it's past that point now where the agencies have gotten together. There's a specialized United Nations group that is studying the trajectory of this thing.
Dang. Well, is there a name for it, you said?
It is called... it's called Asteroid 2024 YR4.
Oh, come on. You gotta If you want us to be interested, you got to make it cool. Come on, up the game,
It is
baby.
classified as a level 3 object on the Torino Impact Hazard Scale, which ranks asteroid threats from 0 to 10.
I already forgot what you said.
The asteroid 2024 YR4.
YR4.
Yeah.
YR4.
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 Sounds like Gen Alpha's texting you.
YR4 out.
I don't know. No, they're saying it could be, and they've been able to now pinpoint exactly when in 2032 it'll hit. If it does, it'll be December of 2032. And they're saying it would hit somewhere across the Eastern Pacific, Northern South America, the Atlantic Ocean, Africa, the Arabian Sea, and South Asia. So it looks like here in Missouri we're safe.
You got a random name generator, something like this. You know what I mean? Like hurricanes or tropical storms. Like we got to give it a name. It's got to.
Well, the one in 2004, which was a level 4, was Apophis. Apophis.
Tight. See?
Apophis.
Now we're talking. I like that.
Wow.
All this talk about flying too close to the sun. Let's call it Icarus.
I, for one.
Icarus is coming.
Bow down.
Bow down to our asteroid overlord. And one other thing, one other piece of bad news. Quicksilver, Billabong. Remember those brands?
Yeah.
Anybody wear any of that stuff?
PacSun.
All the time.
Sold all of it. Yep.
Still got some Billabong stuff from
Billabong.
Dominican
Is that what
Republic.
it is?
Billabong.
Billabong. We called it Billabong. I don't know.
Oh, it's not Billabong.
All those surf
It's
companies.
Okay, dude. You want
You're crazy,
to
dude.
disrespect the culture? That's on you. That's like when I go to Roya, Missouri.
I don't think so. Yeah, those brands are still putting out good stuff.
Well, Billabong, Quicksilver, closing all their U.S. locations within the next couple weeks.
Oh,
there were more than 100 stores across the country.
You see it coming, dude.
And the CEO of Billabong and Quicksilver and Volcom, I never heard of that brand.
These were all PacSun brands.
These are all surf skate brands, but what happens with all these brands, Hurley too, eventually the dads find them. And once you see the dads walking around in them, it's the death rattle
because
for
the
these
dads who were
companies.
younger wore this stuff.
Yeah, this is our stuff. I did a lot of ads for Hurley and Volcom.
But my friend's dad wouldn't buy him Hurley shirts, and then he had a Hurley shirt tucked in where it just said Hurl because the E and the Y were like tucked into his jean shorts. And I go, this company's over.
Yep, that's it.
This is the death rattle of Hurley, and I haven't seen it since.
Oh, what a bummer. Those are good people, man.
Well,
Bob Hurley's cool as heck.
Don't mix Hurley into this because they're not part of this conversation.
I know, but they're like a scene. A lot of those people. So one of our former managers actually was one of the heads over at Hurley, and he had come from Quicksilver, I believe. So it's like there's a lot of family.
Well, the CEO,
a lot of joined folks out there.
CEO says they worked tirelessly over the last year to propel these iconic brands forward, but a volatile global economy, consumer spending changes amid a rising cost of living and inflationary prices and pressures have all taken a heavy toll. The stores are closing. The brands aren't totally disappearing. Another company set to come in and make the close. So the brands will probably, not 100%, probably still live on.
I think they'll
but
do
the
all right.
stores are closing.
I loved Volcom.
Yeah, dude, they're all
Me
great.
too.
They all had their place. They're all really good. It seemed like well companies full of good people. I hope there's some sort of injection and they can figure out the path because those are good brands that did good things in my eyes. What I saw.
I don't remember Volcom.
Volcom was cool, and they had great girl clothes.
Volcom has good they're good hiking shorts.
You know
and
Volcom,
good
dude.
material.
It's the black and white diamond.
I don't know that brand.
I know that you.
When I was younger.
Let me show you the logo. You're gonna go, oh yeah, that was everywhere.
Good swim trunks, things like that. Barred shorts, if you will.
Billabong and Quicksilver, I had some of their gear.
Yeah.
You know, all the surfing I did.
But Volcom would be the
On the Hudson.
the big diamond sticker on the half pipe at Warped.
Yeah.
And like this is the logo right here.
Oh my God.
You seen this?
Oh, yeah, okay. I never knew what that was.
Yeah, it's Volcom.
Let's do sports. That sounds like a sharp butt plug.
Yeah.
All right, Moon, what do you got?
Oh, sports. Yeah, let's go with the Blues almost getting another game to overtime, but they didn't because Matthew Tkachuk scored the game-winning goal for Florida with Less than 12 seconds remaining in the third period, boosting the
Hometown guy,
Panthers.
huh?
Yeah, boosted the Panthers to a 3-2 win over the Blues at Enterprise Center. The Cardinals acquired utility player Michael Hellman from the Twins for cash, filling the final spot on their 40-man roster. Hellman is 28, made his MLB debut with Minnesota last September. He was a 2018 11th round pick. He hit over 260 over 6 minor league seasons. The 9 MLB games, he went 3 for 10 with 2 doubles. Versatile defender. This is a jack of all trades kind of guy. Hellman actually played every position except for catcher, primarily second base in the minors. His brief MLB stint, he appeared at third base, left field, and center field. So, one of those guys. Yesterday, I teased this. I want to talk about the bonuses. Every player on the winning Super Bowl team on Sunday will get a $171,000 bonus from the NFL, but some of them will get even more thanks to bonuses that are negotiated into their contracts. For instance, Philadelphia Eagles running back Saquon Barkley will get how much if he leads his team to the Lombardi Trophy?
$500,000.
You are exactly right.
Is it really?
He gets a $500,000 bonus.
Oh, nice.
In his contract if they get a Super Bowl. Now, he's already earned $1 million in incentives this season, including $250,000 for winning the NFC Championship. Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts will earn $500,000 per year salary bump if Philly wins, so that will go into the following years. Patrick Mahomes gets a $1.5 million salary bump if the Chiefs three-peat. Incredible, right? The $171,000 that the winners get is up from $164,000 last year. All the players on the losing team get a bonus as well. How much do you think that is?
$250,000, don't they?
What? The winners get $171,000.
Oh, okay.
What do the losers get?
Archway cookies.
Yeah, Volcom stock.
Yes, T-shirts, Billabong, sleeveless tees.
50 grand.
No, they get $96,000.
Oh,
That's
which is
pretty good.
which is up from $89,000. So if they lose, they're still going home $100,000 richer. Isn't that wild? So what do you think happens to the losing team's Super Bowl merch? Now, what I'm talking about.
I know this. That gets all sent to like
Zambia.
No, I know some of the stuff goes to Ukraine.
Right. So Super Bowl champions Eagles, let's say the Chiefs win. There's a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of T-shirts. There's warehouses stocked with Super Bowl champions Eagles shirts.
Yeah.
If the Chiefs win, they get sent to Eastern Europe. There's an organization called Good 360. They handle the unsellable NFL merch, and they ship it to Eastern Europe like Ukraine, Poland, and other countries, ensuring that they reach people in need.
And they're very diligent, the NFL, about that stuff going up on eBay.
Mm-hmm. Extremely.
Trying to like resell it.
So this Good 360, they redistribute the gear to war zones, disaster-stricken areas, and impoverished communities. The NFL is extremely strict about branding, considering that these items are defective.
Right.
So to prevent sale, Good 360 carefully selects nonprofit partners to ensure that donations go to those in need and don't pop back over here. Yeah. Unlikely for it to return because most fans don't want reminders of a loss, and the what-if merch truthfully has little value. Rare exceptions exist. There's listings on eBay that show minimal demand, prices as low as $5, and mostly because authenticity is always questionable.
Right.
Somebody can just print one of these things in their basement and say that it's official. I thought that was...
That's pretty neat.
I saw a meme about some third world war-torn village where the kids think Josh Allen is the greatest player of all time because every year the AFC Championship shirts gets mailed over there,
the NFL honors were last night. When we go through this, when we just skip
Just
it.
the highlights.
Let's see.
Josh
Bills
Allen
quarterback
was
Josh Allen was named NFL MVP. Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell was awarded Coach of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year is Saquon Barkley. Let's see. Jaden Daniels got Offensive Rookie of the Year. Obviously, a Commander's QB. That's deserved. Jaden Daniels also got NFL Rookie of the Year. Joe Burrow got Comeback Player of the Year. Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year went to Jaguars DE Eric Armstead. And then the Air and Ground Player of the Year was Josh Allen and Jamar Chase. Salute to Service Award was 49ers tight end George Kittle. I'm Moon Extra Sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
All right, one final break. We'll come back, wrap her up. Okay, so Rafe has our official bucket list.
Yes.
That's right. We've talked about bucket list on here so many times. We thought, and we're getting ready to implement a new. Stay tuned. We have a new contest with punishments coming up, and we thought maybe as a flip side to that, we talk about bucket lists so much that we would, instead of just being in competition with each other, we would also have a series of videos where we actually try to help each other check things off our bucket list, which is a nice thing.
Lifting each other up.
That's right.
To help us check things off our bucket list.
And to soften the blow of the horrible things we're going to do to each other in the other competition.
Yeah, come the fall, which we have a big Rizolympics announcement to make come the fall. Yes, let's lift each other up first.
Yes.
Build up, and then we break down.
That's right.
Okay.
So,
It's
yeah,
a boot
okay.
camp.
So, yeah, I forgot. Eat at Golden Corral was on my bucket list. We'll check that off next week.
That's right.
Next Monday.
Which, by the way, is it Monday or Tuesday?
I think we changed it back to. Did we change it back to Monday?
I'm gonna murder all of you.
Let me check the calendar.
Tuesday.
Well, no, it was Moon's schedule that was the wacky one.
Yes, it was my schedule. That was the wacky one. It was supposed to be on my gotcha day.
Well, but I thought we were also kind of celebrating Jeff.
Let's see. You know what? Just tell me what to do, guys.
Well, you're the one that's
Tuesday.
You're the one that was the weird schedule.
Well, yes, but remember, I also said, hey, I think that's open if we want to switch it back.
Well,
or
so
if we
what
wanna
day
keep
works
it.
better for everybody? Next Monday or Tuesday?
I'm open either day.
Well, let's go over, while we're checking schedules, let's go over your bucket list.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you a little mini interview of what.
But it's the weekend. That's worth celebrating. And if you're going to celebrate, you go to Fast Eddie's Bon Air. Maybe you want to celebrate a birthday, a birth week, a birth month. Hey, if you got a birthday this year, celebrate Fast Eddie's Bon Air this weekend. You may as well. Fast Eddie's is now taking credit cards. And if you've been out there, you know that Fast Eddie's is legendary. A destination for a great time. 367 North, cross that Clark Bridge, hang a right, and follow the sign, and you are there. Fast Eddie's Bon Air in Alton, Illinois is just amazing. Maybe you got something else to celebrate. Maybe you just got hired for that job that you want. Go celebrate at Fast Eddie's Bon Air. Grab a whole bunch of family and friends and get out there. Enjoy it. It's live music 7 days a week, incredible food, the coldest beer on the freaking planet. Maybe you got fired. Screw that job. They didn't deserve you anyway. Go celebrate it at Fast Eddie's Bon Air, dude. Go celebrate. This is the weekend. It's time to have a good time. Fast Eddie's Bon Air's out there. They got you covered. Live entertainment, like I said, the area's biggest and best bar around. Why go anywhere else when you got the legendary Fast Eddie's right there, serving our area for over 40 years? Check out the live music schedule at fasteddiesbonair.com. And if you're 21 and in the mood, head to Fast Eddie's Bon Air.
What's going on? It's Liv, and I am joined right now by a hailstorm. It is Point Fest 2022. So stoked to have you guys here, back from the dead, back here in St. Louis.
Absolutely. Yes, she said it.
Round two.
Round
back
two.
from the
Roll
dead.
credits.
Yes. The only storm today is going to be hailstorm.
Yes. Oh my
and
gosh.
we guarantee it.
Yes. Now, what I wanted to bust out, why I have my iPad here, is I've been a fan of yours for a while. And I kind of talked about this a little bit with the Struts, kind of watching your style change over the years.
Oh, boy.
And that's something I've definitely noticed with you guys. The first time I ever saw you was in 2011. And I don't know if the camera will be able to pick this up too much, but I got Lizzie here.
Oh, yes. This is
wearing a white corset, like an American flag bra.
American flag bra that I sewed myself. Thank you very much.
And then think like
polka
Hot
dot.
Topic skirt, fishnets.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to see this, but I'm, yes.
Hot Topic was so hot back
This
then.
was, what is it, 2011? Yeah, 2010 and 2011 were, I feel like I couldn't decide.
Okay.
So I just wore everything. Do I want a corset? Do I want boots? Do I want leggings?
Yes.
Do I
to
want a
all of
skirt?
it.
Do I want to wear my bra on the outside? Absolutely. Yes.
Incredible. So, like, being able to watch you guys change, and RJ, I have some pictures of you. You had, like, long
I look the
purple
same, right?
hair.
Yeah, I'm totally the same.
Totally the same. So, as you guys, grow as a band, like, are those conscious decisions to change the style, or do you think it just kind of happens with just maturing?
Well, I wouldn't say maturity. We can definitely take that off the table. But I think it's just the natural evolution of things. I feel like every couple tours feels like a different lifetime, so you almost have to like evolve. And so, and obviously, like, I have a lot of really awesome rock star friends, and so sometimes we'll play a show and be like, oh, I think I could pull that off. Where do I find that? On the internet. Like, get it somewhere. So
Josh's style is the only one that's matured.
Josh is very consistent, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, fair. I've made some bad choices.
Our lighting designer gave you a great compliment. He said, Josh doesn't just throw on clothes, he dresses.
Ooh,
That's true.
I like that. I like that.
With purpose. Yes.
So, Back from the Dead is out. How different would this latest release have been had it not been for the pandemic?
It would be a totally, completely different record.
Yeah, wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, or
people coming into your home and laying down some gorgeous new floors. Yes, we want that, right? We want to build our home's equity. We want to rip out this nasty carpet that the previous owner, they smoked like 10 packs a day and their dog probably whizzed all over it. Rip that thing out, man. You might have some beautiful hardwoods under there. Now, if you don't, Michael's Flooring. They are going to help make whatever surface on your flooring look beautiful, okay? And they've been in town for 31 years. They have been serving St. Louis homes and rejuvenating homes for 3 decades. So if you go with Michael's, you're going with a local company, professional company. I always appreciate an owner of a business who has a good sense of humor and is sweet. And I like to throw in his cool ponytail. I know it's an aesthetic thing, but it's cool. Right? Mike Reynolds is, he's the actual Michael. So please, if you are in Creve Coeur, if you're in Darien Prairie, maybe St. Peter's, you've already seen the Michael showrooms. You know that you want all of your friends around St. Louis to come in and buy their next floors from Michael's Flooring. So please go to igotfloored.com.
Everywhere you look at me, you can see I'm in a brace. Yeah, you got a giant halo right there on your face. And every time I look at you, girl, you know it's true. Yeah, you got a giant halo right there on your face. Hello, hi. Howdy, hello, hi. That was Beyonce's Halo.
He is kind. He is supple. He is magical. He is stainless. He is sensual. He is raw. He is power. He is limber. He is untouched. He is pure. King Scott Extra Virgin.
Ninjabling.com, the exclusive jeweler of the Riz Show.
I think it's about time.
Time for what?
It's
Time
about
to
time
get your wife something new?
It's about time we go in there. And I say we because I'm smart enough to know that I don't know anything. And Moritz Reusch is, they're the absolute experts, but so is my wife. She knows what she loves. She knows what she likes. And, she even said, hey, when you're telling people about Moritz Reusch, tell them to bring their giftees. Because a lot of times, it becomes such a cool experience to actually do the building and buying of whatever piece that you're looking for, whether it's a bracelet, a necklace, maybe it's an anniversary
Well, it's all
thing.
experience.
It is, and my wife loves the experience. We actually even went up there with the family the first time with the kids, and it was cool as heck, dude. And that's why I'm saying we. It's about time that we go back in there for another piece.
Well, I'm not going to rush you like that. Yeah, it's fine. There's not 4,000 people in there. It's a private office. You sit in an office when you make an appointment.
Yeah.
So they're not rushing you out of there. You're going to take some time. You're going to get the perfect piece. I guarantee that. Hey, if you're looking for an engagement ring, I understand you want to do your due diligence, but do yourself a favor and go to Moritz Reusch Jewelry first, and then go other places. You'll be back. It's Moritz Reusch Jewelry. Go to ninjabling.com, get the phone number, get the address, make the appointment. They're the exclusive jeweler of the Riz Show. Moritz Reusch Jewelry, where you get the jewels and not the shaft.
Hey guys, it's Lux and Jacoby from Papa Roach.
What's up?
How are you doing?
I'd like to say I'm doing good. I'm just much rather be playing a rock show tonight.
I would much rather be watching you play a rock show. This is such a bummer.
I know, very much so. We just got the news like an hour ago, and I was like, what am I gonna do?
We did all we could.
I'm here to rock. I'm here to do my gig. You know what I'm saying? And it's Mother Nature is just not having it today.
But the good news is, outside of being here for Point Fest, you guys have a lot of stuff going on.
Oh, yeah.
Papa Roach is killing it. I was on TikTok today. Huge fan of your TikTok.
What'd you see?
Well, I saw you reaching out to one of my favorite artists, Kay Flay, for.
Oh, yeah.
So I texted her that video this morning. I haven't heard back, but I did.
Oh, you know her?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, she's
I absolutely did, and I sent her that video.
I love
so,
her,
like,
dude. I think she's awesome, man. Good energy, great artist, great live performer, great songwriter, great voice, just awesome. I'm a fan.
well, good.
Obviously.
Then you're happy. I sent the
Yeah,
text
you
message
know.
and not like, oh.
Hey, let her
oh,
know.
God.
If she ever want to collab, dude, let's do something.
Yay! So what was it like writing Ego Trip while you were all in quarantine? I know you guys kind of got together, had to get tested, do the whole thing.
Yeah. So we, the rug was pulled out from underneath us, and we were on tour out in Europe at the time. Came home, flew home, thought we were going to be home for a few weeks. A couple months goes by, and I'm settling in. I'm like, I didn't really realize I kind of needed a break in a way. And because we've been touring for 20 years straight pretty much. And then after that, I started to drive everybody in the house crazy, drive my wife crazy, the kids, they hadn't had dad home for this amount of time ever. And I was like, I got to create. So we hooked up with the boys. We all tested, did the deal. We brought a chef with us. We brought our engineers and our producers with us into this house. And we just locked in for a month and just bugged out and wrote music. And it was like a floodgate was opened up, honestly. Like we had been, I guess, kind of waiting for a moment like this where we had paused and then had a moment to reflect on life and our lives and what had been happening in our lives for 20 years. And it just all culminated into this like moment creatively. And it was like once we started writing the first day we got there, it was just like, it was creative, explosive creative vibe the whole time we were there. And we had 3 studios going too, so it was like one in the main living room, one in the guitar player's room, one in Jerry's room, one in Tobin's room. And it was just something happening at all times. And so it was like, it was hard to keep up with.
I mean, you can kind of hear that on the record, especially with the 4 singles already out. When you're able to drop one single, you're like, oh man, they had some creative juices. Another one.
Yeah. We're coming with another one too.
We obviously started right out. We got Kill the Noise. We got Stand Up. We're playing them both. They're so incredible.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, St. Louis always throws down. St. Louis always throws down. You know what I mean, for Papa Roach.
We feel it.
You guys got the Rockzilla tour coming up. Talk about
That's
it.
going to be sick. I was actually just on the gram earlier with Ronnie from Falling in Reverse doing a little announcement on that. And so Rockzilla tour starts July 27th up in the Northeast. And it's P. Roach, Falling in Reverse, Hollywood Undead, and Bad Wolves. And so it's going to smash.
That almost sounds like a Point Fest lineup.
Yeah, it's going to be sick. So
I mean,
maybe that's what we'll bring back here.
I was going to say, speaking of which, do you know how many Point Fests you've played?
A plethora of Point Fests. I know that. And we've had some slam dunk performances here. Straight up, like I've had great memories from the shows here.
The very first Point Fest I ever worked, May 12, 2007, you guys headlined the side stage, which is ultimately the best. That's like the best slot of the day.
It was
everybody's there, and it was unreal.
It was off the chain. I remember that. It was hot as hell too that day.
It was so hot
what's
that
new,
day.
Right? Being in St. Louis and it's hot.
Well, Jacoby, I'm so thankful that you were willing to stop by, even though you're not performing tonight.
Absolutely.
We're so bummed. Today is my last day in radio after 15 years, and yesterday was my last on-air shift, and I ended my show with Forever by Papa Roach.
Oh, wow.
Because I feel like your band is a true representation of what everything alternative is. It's what our station plays. I mean, Last Resort is probably one of our #1 testing songs for like 20 years running. So, and you just continue to put out more music. So it's just exceptional for me. We wait for you to come back with bated breath and all of our postponement tickets in our hand.
Hell yeah, we'll be back. And just one question though, what's next for you?
Catch me out on social media. I'm going to be following you guys on the TikTok. Maybe, you know what? I'm going to be in the studio with you and Kay Flay, I'm sure.
All right, cool. Let's go.
It's Papa Roach backstage here at Point Fest. We're sorry, guys. We'll catch you up next time.
And here's something that I firmly...
Have you noticed that your buddies that live down the street, the Williams, the good old neighbors, they just seem so much happier as of late? Well, there's a reason for that, because after 3 years of inflation and debt, which had crushed them, for the first time, they have the cash. They finally got the cash to secure their retirement, pay off those bills, and plan an incredible future. And they didn't win a lottery exactly. They did a genius financial strategy called the Sell and Stay program with Truehold. Now, it's absolutely easy. The home's value had rebounded so quickly, and they sold it to Truehold, and they got to bank all that equity in cash, which is awesome. But since they weren't ready to move, they get to stay with an easy, affordable lease, and Truehold's going to cover their property taxes, home insurance, and even those essential home repairs. Truehold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. So get a Truehold offer right now where home values are high. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out your home's value without moving. That's Truehold.com.
I gotta say once again, thanks to Herb Equipment for bringing some toys.
All right, that is it for us. Have a great weekend, everybody. Heal, rest up. Feel better if you're sick. If not, hey, go full bore. That's it.
Take that 6,000 calories on Sunday like a man.
That's right.
About to.
That's right. If you missed anything on the program, there's the clip of the day brought to you by Michael's Flooring. Also, the podcast, which is brought to you by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Today's podcast title is
A Gat is a Penis.
That's a gat is a penis. That's right. A gat is a penis.
My dad still doesn't think differently.
That is so good.
All right, what else you got, Moon?
Dude, in like 5 minutes, Can You Feel the Punk Tonight tickets will be available. May 3rd, Saturday at the pageant, 3 p.m. show and an 8 p.m. show. And listen, those family 4-packs will be available as soon as 10 a.m., as soon as it goes online, and those always sell out very, very quickly. Discounted tickets for family 4-packs for that matinee 3 p.m. show. This is awesome. Last year was huge. I mean, they pretty much doubled in size from the year before, and it's going to be bigger. We're going even more out, full bore here on the production and the fun. It's just a really, really cool way to rock out and have fun with the family. If you're a Disney fan, I mean, everybody knows this music, and it's all the classics done in different versions. It's super fun. Last year we had a lot of kids see their very first rock and roll show, their very first concert at that 3 p.m. show, and it's a special honor for us as musicians to do something like that. So let's do it again, May 3rd.
All right, tickets on sale 10. Lern.
Follow me at Lern versus Radio. My band's playing next Saturday in Ballwin at Sky Music Lounge. $5 gets you in, 21 and up. 9 to midnight, we're going to dance. Come out, and especially if you're single, just come out and meet people, man. It's going to be a good time. Thanks.
All right, Rafe.
Buy tickets, sell out Moon Show. Go see Lern on Valentine's Day weekend, and go Chiefs.
All right. Hey, my new podcast is up. The gambling podcast called The Spread Zone. I do it with Tim McKernan and Anthony Stalter from ESPN. It's out there now. Episode 1, big game, bigger regrets. If you're looking to get in on the action, a little gambling, what?
I'm laughing. Can I tell everybody, when you were looking to name your podcast, this gambling podcast,
yes,
what my suggestion was?
What was it?
Uncut Gents.
Yeah, no, we no bad ideas. No bad ideas in a.
Yeah, plus you're all uncircumcised, so it made sense.
Yeah, no, it was considered. We batted it around. It was it was up there on the board.
Yeah, I'm just proud of you for not going with it and going with the spread zone, because that too sounds just completely perverted. So
we don't want to do anything too perverted. Let's do the spread zone.
Spread is a gambling term.
Absolutely, it is.
So the Spread Zone is available now where you get all your podcasts. If you're a subscriber to the Ratio podcast, it should be up there in your library already. Also, check it out on YouTube. All right, we leave you with a selection from our Team Riz Member of the Day, brought to you by Hot Shots, celebrating 35 years of Hot Shots with a new daily featured menu item every day, all February long. From Sullivan, Missouri, Tori O'Neill is out. Hey. Tori wants to hear this song. Here it is right here. Enjoy it.
Nice
Have a great weekend. We will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Energy up!